Hello guys, welcome to the Shadow Manhwa Teller channel. Our story begins with the main characters speaking. My name is Marshall Godzuan, and I'm one of the 4 supreme emperors of this world. The 4 of us ruled this world together, and what's more surprising is, we were actually close friends. But to be honest, calling us friends would be an understatement. We were like brothers, or at least, I thought of them as my brothers. With that trust in mind, I shared my greatest secret with them, that soon, I'd be making a breakthrough, and becoming the strongest among us. My intention was simple. If I became more powerful, I could raise all of us together, but I guess, that's not how they saw it. The day I was making my breakthrough, at my weakest moment, those 3 attacked me together. That's when I realized the truth behind betrayal. It always comes from someone close. I had to destroy my own soul, just to take down 2 of them, but one still managed to escape. The last fragment of my soul ended up inside the body of a man, who had just been buried, and now, I can see his memories. This man was killed for no reason at all. His name is Lionheart, the illegitimate son of the Lionheart family. Because of his status, he lived a life full of rejection and humiliation. The girl he loved constantly turned him down, and in the end, he was murdered without any explanation. If I'm being honest, this kid's life has been quite meaningless so far. But now that I've taken over his body, his enemies are now my enemies. Our fates are one. My first goal, to wipe out everyone who wronged Leon, and this time, I'll never treat anyone as my equal again. I made the mistake of trusting people, of walking beside them, instead of above them. Even after becoming the strongest, I was betrayed. Not anymore. From now on, I'll rule over everyone. No one will even have the courage to look me in the eyes, let alone betray me. And I won't be doing this as Marshall Godzuan. I'll do it as Lionheart. To the so-called friends sitting in their lofty places in the universe, wait for me. Get your necks ready, because they'll be severed by my hands. As Leon begins walking back to his home, he notices a girl being harassed by a group of guys. The girl is Yulin, the daughter of a maid in the Lionheart family. She yells, "Let me go! I belong to the Lionheart family." One of the thugs sneers and replies, "Yeah, we know where you come from. We also know why you came here in the middle of the night. You wanted someone to play with you tonight, right? I will make sure your wish comes true." Yulin pleads, "Please let me go. I'm just looking for my young master." The man laughs. "You mean that loser Lionheart? He is probably passed out drunk somewhere. He's nothing but a bastard. You won't get anything from following him. Come with me instead. I will give you a life worth living, and you already know what I want in return." Yulin stammers, "What are you trying to do?" Grinning, the man replies, "Just what you came out here for." In the middle of the night, suddenly, Leon steps in, saying, "Only cowards enjoy harassing a girl in the middle of the night. If you want a real challenge, why not pick on someone your own size?" One of the goons steps up and mocks him, "You think you're on my level? I could crush a bug like you in 2 minutes. Get lost." Yulin, relieved, exclaims, "Young master, you are finally here." Another thug, with blonde hair, sneers, "So this is that bastard Lionheart. I heard he is weak as hell. Brothers, break his arms and legs and toss him aside. His family won't dare challenge our Jing family anyway." The group steps forward eagerly. "We would love to do that. It's always fun crushing ants who don't know their place." Leon immediately kicks one of them to the ground, and lifts another by the collar. "So these little chicks were planning to break my limbs? If that's the best you've got, send someone stronger, or get ready to be beaten into the dirt." Trembling, the blonde guy blurts out, "My cousin's name is Wei. If I call him right now, he will destroy your entire family. I'll give you one chance to run before I make that call." Leon grabs another thug, and throws him at the blonde guy. "Why do you keep chanting Zheng's name? Can't handle it yourself? Then go back to your master, who throws you biscuits like you're a dog." He then turns to Yulin and asks softly, "Are you okay? I'm sorry you had to come out here in the middle of the night because of me." Yulin hugged Leon tightly and said, "Brother, I'm so glad to see you safe. You hadn't come home for 2 days. I was really worried." Looking at her, Leon thought to himself, "She has an immortal body. If I guide her cultivation properly, she could become incredibly powerful." He smiled and said aloud, "Yulin, don't worry about anything anymore. From now on, I will protect all of you. Come on, let's go home." But Yulin hesitated. "Brother, Patriarch is waiting for you at home. Aren't you going to meet him first?" Leon paused, thinking, "Patriarch? That means, my father. He is the only person in the entire Lionheart family who actually cares about me. But still, I don't think it's the right time to go there." He shook his head. "I will meet Dad later. For now, let's head home." As they walked away, a blown-haired man watched them go, and muttered under his breath, "You made a big mistake today, Leon. You've messed with the wrong person. You'll see. I'll be the one to dig your grave." He made a call, speaking with urgency, "Brother Zheng, I was humiliated today. and not by just anyone. It was that so-called Lionheart. He slapped me in the face, and said that even if you were in my place, he'd slap you too. He said you're nothing compared to him, not even worth the attention of a dog. He added bitterly, if people find out about this, they'll laugh at you. Jing was shocked. What kind of nonsense are you on? You're saying Lionheart hit you? If he did, then where is he now? The blonde-haired man replied, he's heading home, to Tian Mansion. Jing ended the call, furious. I gave those idiots one job, just one, and they couldn't even get that right. They even sent me a photo earlier showing Leon buried underground. How is that bastard still alive? He gritted his teeth. Fine, if he came back alive, I'll just bury him again. He made another call, shouting orders to his men. Get ready, that bastard Leon is still alive. We're heading to Tian Mansion, to dig his grave ourselves. Scene shifts to Tian Mansion. Yulin brings Leon home. Her mother greets him warmly. Young master, please have a seat. I'll make you some tea. Leon replied gently. Aunt, you're not well. You shouldn't be overworking yourself. I can handle small things like this on my own. She smiled. Honestly, young master, people might say all kinds of things about you, but I've never met someone as kind as you. Because of your kindness, the world calls you a fool, but in truth, you have a heart of gold. Meanwhile, Jing and his men arrive outside Tian Mansion. He pointed at the house. That's where Leon lives, with a few servants. Do what you have to. I'll take full responsibility. Just make sure Leon doesn't walk away. Inside, Leon was seated calmly. When Jing barged into the house, young master Leon, I didn't expect to find you here. Leon replied coldly, this is my home. Of course I'm here. But tell me, how dare you bring your dogs into my house? Did you not read the sign at the entrance? It clearly says, no entry for Jing and dogs. Feigning innocence, Jing said, sorry, what did young master Lionheart just say? Is this the same guy who used to pee his pants at the sight of me, and now he's talking so boldly? Leon turned to Yulin. Yulin, go inside, and stay with Aunt. Take care of her. I'll handle these fools. He then looked at the intruders and said firmly, I've given you enough chances, but like they say, there's no point playing music for a buffalo. It won't appreciate it. I'm not wasting my time anymore. Come at me and take your beating. Jing ordered his men. Go on, take him out. But within moments, Leon had beaten every one of them. Jing staggered up, laughing nervously. Brother Leon, don't be angry. Come on, have some tea. Let's talk it out. Leon replied coldly, you're still in one piece, because I let you be. Hope that's not a problem for you. Jing immediately fell to his knees. Sitting at your feet is an honor, young master. Leon glared at him. You tried to pull this stunt in my house. That's a serious mistake. Tell me, what punishment do you deserve? Desperate, Jing pleaded. To make up for it, I will give you $300,000. Leon snapped. Not a penny less than $2 million. If you want a bargain, go ahead. But each second you delay, I'll start breaking your bones one by one. You're not leaving until I see the money. And if it doesn't arrive within the hour, sure, you'll leave, but only on 4 shoulders. Jin kicked one of his men. Hurry up, go to my father, and tell him to transfer the money. Now, brother Leon, the money will be transferred within 2 minutes. Leon replied calmly, if it comes through, that's better for you. But do me a favor, my neck really hurts from looking down when I'm talking to you. Just then, Jing started massaging Leon's shoulder. See how easy this is for me? Doing things for you is no big deal. I'd do anything for you. Just then, 2 million transferred into Leon's account. Leon says coldly, now walk away. Don't look back, and remember, this money was a one-time offer. If you mess up like this again, you won't be forgiven. Zhang, beaten and humiliated, replies, after today's lesson, I won't make the same mistake again. As they walk out, Jing mutters, that Leon used to be a complete coward. When did he get so fearless? A man standing beside him asks, Brother Jing, should we call all our men? If we outnumber him, maybe we can take him down. Jing slaps the guy and snaps, even if there were 100 of you idiots, you still wouldn't stand a chance. I'll handle him myself. None of you donkeys are needed. Scene shifted to the Jing mansion. We see Jing Yuhua, Jing's sister and also Leon's crush. She's saying, where did brother Jing rush off to in the middle of the night like that? He's such a fool. I bet he's already caused some kind of trouble. The butler replies, young master came back beaten up, and to escape the situation, he had to pay 2 million. Yuhua scoffs, with the way my brother acts, getting beat up is pretty normal. Then, changing the subject, she adds, anyway, I heard the Wu family's heir is coming to town. Do you know when? Yuhua was thinking, Jiafang, she's the only daughter of the Wu family. If we manage to build a good relationship with her, it could really benefit us. The butler informs her, Miss Wu will arrive tomorrow at 8 a.m. She'll be staying in the city for 3 days, starting with a visit to our local Yandong market. Yuhua says confidently, all right, I'll make sure to meet her tomorrow, no matter what. Meanwhile, we see Leon speaking gently to Yulin. You can sleep peacefully now. No one's going to bother us here. Yulin, still shaken, replies. But brother, I'm really scared. Leon reassures her. If you're not going to sleep, then I'm not going anywhere either. In his thoughts, Leon reflects. I thought things would calm down a little after I got here. At least one peaceful day. But it seems like peace is out of the question. I can't just sit around anymore. Starting tomorrow, I'll look for some ancient artifacts. Until I restore my strength, I won't be able to defeat my enemies. Next day, Yendong Market. We see Miss Wu walking around the market with her Uncle Chen. Suddenly, she notices a large crowd gathered ahead. Jiafang says, I want to see what's going on over there. Meanwhile, Yuwa thinks to herself, looks like the fish has walked right into the trap. I had a feeling that if I gathered some people here, she'd show up on her own. Approaching Miss Wu, Yuwa greets her warmly, saying, It's such a pleasure to meet you. I never thought I'd run into Miss Wu today. But Mr. Chen steps in and says curtly, Our young miss doesn't speak with just anyone. Please, miss, move along. Yuwa persists. Miss Wu, do you remember me? We met 3 years ago. And since you're in my city, Yendong, wouldn't it be nice if I gave you a little tour? Miss Wu replies, So you're a local here? You must know a lot about the area. And if you're so eager to be our guide for free, then fine, you can be our guide. Meanwhile, in another part of the market, where Leon and Yulin are also wandering around, as they browse, Leon thinks to himself, most of the items here are fake, old junk just painted to look valuable. Suddenly, Leon's eyes land on a pendant, radiating an unusual spiritual energy. Curious, he asks, How much is this pendant? The shopkeeper replies, If you bought it at a major store, it'd cost at least 5 million. But since it's here with me, I can give it to you for just 1,000 yuan. Leon immediately buys the pendant. Watching this, Miss Wu remarks, That pendant is absolutely beautiful. So, how much did it cost? Leon replies, I've already bought it, so knowing the price won't help you now. Shocked, Yuwa thinks, How is Leon still alive? Just yesterday, I overheard Brother Jing saying he'd arranged an attack on Leon, and that he was killed. Was Jing lying? Yuwa then steps forward and says, Mr. Lionheart, I'm willing to pay you 50,000 yuan for that pendant. Please give it to Miss Wu. But Leon responds coldly, I'm not selling it. Even if you offered me 500,000, I still wouldn't sell it. Miss Wu watches him walk away and says, He was so arrogant. We offered him 50,000 yuan for something he bought for just 1,000, and he didn't even look back at us. Mr. Chen tries to reassure her, Miss, if you like it that much, you'll definitely get it. There's nothing in this world you desire that you won't get. He walks up to Leon and says, Young man, please wait. Leon replies, You tried to buy it just a moment ago and failed. Now you're going to try stealing it. Let me be clear, I'm not selling it. Mr. Chen insists, At least hear me out. After that, you might change your mind. I'm ready to offer you 500,000 yuan for that pendant. The people around them are stunned. He bought something for 1,000, and now someone's offering him 500,000? This guy just hit the jackpot. The shopkeeper sobs. I've been robbed. Leon, still firm, says, I already said no. Asking again won't change anything, so don't waste your breath. Mr. Chen's tone turns threatening. If you won't sell it, then you're not leaving this place. Leon turns to Yulin and says, Yulin, go home. I'll take care of these guys. Mr. Chen warns him, Kid, I gave you a chance. Now I'll have to take it by force. Today, you'll learn a hard lesson. Not every burrow you reach into has a harmless rat. Some hide snakes. And you just messed with a dragon. With that, Mr. Chen moved to attack Leon. The onlookers murmur, This man must be a powerful martial artist. That young man's done for. Just then, Leon suddenly presses his finger against Uncle Chen's throat and says calmly, It's true, we shouldn't poking around in every hole, but only someone capable of crushing both a rat and a dragon would dare to pull off something like that. Now look closely, you're standing just 1 inch away from death. If you had taken one more step, this finger wouldn't be resting near your throat, it would have pierced right through it. Terrified, Uncle Chen stammers, Who are you? Please forgive me. I didn't recognize you because of your young appearance. Please, just let this junior's mistake go. Just this once. Miss Wu, observing the scene, smirks and says, Wow, I've never seen Uncle Chen so scared. Even though he's a grandmaster, he looks like he's about to faint. Just who is this boy, and what kind of background does he have? Yuwa answers, His name is Leon Lionheart, the illegitimate son of the Lionheart family. Miss Wu replies, Whoever he is, he's amazing. You don't come across people this interesting very often. Uncle Chen quickly changes his tone and says, I don't want that pendant anymore. May I leave now? Just then, Leon's phone rings. It's a call from Yulin. Her voice trembles as she speaks. Young master, I was heading home when these people suddenly grabbed me and are trying to take me away. Please, come quickly, I'm really scared. Leon hears the sounds of slapping over the phone. His expression turns cold. Whoever dared to lay a hand on her won't be leaving with those hands intact. Trying to ease the tension, Uncle Chen says, I'm disciple of Master Zhuan from Jini's sect. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's a renowned martial artist. May I ask who your master is? Leon turns to him and coldly replies, I don't have time to waste with you. If you try to stop me again, you won't even be able to speak next time. Shaken, Uncle Chen thinks to himself, his words, they carry so much weight, it's like death itself is staring me down. If it were anyone else standing here, they would have wet their pants from the pressure. Miss Wu adds, Uncle Chen, bring the car. We can't let someone this interesting just walk away. She walks up to Leon and says, we've already wasted enough time. Please get in the car. We'll drop you off wherever you need to go. As he gets in, Leon remarks, after the way I humiliated you in the market, you're still helping me? Miss Wu smiles, to be honest, my life is painfully boring. You're the first interesting person I've met in ages. That's why I'm helping you. Meanwhile, Yuwa is left behind, jealous. She mutters, today was my chance. My moment to shine in front of Miss Wu. Leon, you stole that from me, but it's okay. I know where they're going. I'll win Miss Wu over again. Back in the car, Miss Wu places her hand on Leon's arm and says, your body's pretty impressive. Leon glares at her and says, I don't appreciate these kinds of jokes, so please, keep your hands to yourself. Soon, they arrive at the Lionheart mansion. A bodyguard stops Leon and says arrogantly, our young master said that neither Leon nor dogs are allowed in this house. Without hesitation, Leon punches the guards and says, I'm done listening to your nonsense. Miss Wu, watching this unfold, says in awe, Uncle Chen, he's way stronger than you. Uncle Chen sighs, if I were stronger, do you think I would have begged him in the middle of the market like that? Inside the mansion, young Master Lei shouts at Yulin, Yulin, you seem to have forgotten your place in this house. I heard your actions caused trouble with the Jing Wei. Because of you, Leon offended them. Are you trying to get our family destroyed? Yulin tries to defend herself. They were the ones who attacked our house. Young Master only defended himself. He didn't do anything wrong. Lei grabs her by the hair and snarls. Let me remind you, there's only one young master in this house, and it sure as hell isn't him. He's just a stain on this family. Apparently, slapping you wasn't enough to set your mind straight. Now I'm going to beat you so badly, you'll forget your own name, let alone that loser Leon. Suddenly, Leon steps in and growls, touch her one more time, and I swear, I'll beat you so bad. There really will be only one young master left in this family. Lei, unfazed, slaps Yulin and sneers. I just touched her, now do your worst. You dare threaten me in my own house, you bastard. Leon doesn't respond with words. He launches a powerful palm strike at Lei. Lei's arm shatters from the impact. Lan said, you should be grateful that our dads are the same person, otherwise, for that slap, it wouldn't just be your hand. I would have gone for your throat. At that, all the members of the Lionheart family began shouting at Leon. We knew your intentions weren't pure, but we didn't expect them to be this vile. You should be kicked out of the Lionheart family immediately. Just then, the temporary head of the family, Grandpa Lionheart, arrived on the scene. He said sternly, so you learned a few tricks from the outside world, and now think you're some kind of big shot? Even if your father isn't here, I am. If you ever react like that again, Leon, it won't end well for you. A doctor rushed in, reporting urgently, young master's hand has been fractured. Lei shouted angrily, Grandpa, this guy attacked me right under your roof. That means he doesn't care about your presence or your authority. I'm not upset about my broken hand. I'm more upset that he disrespected you. Lei thought to himself, I've successfully provoked the old man. The best part? He's a half-step grandmaster. There's no way Leon getting out of this untouched. Grandpa, now furious, ordered, Leon, get on your knees immediately. Now you will get punishment as per the family rules. And even after making such a huge mistake, you still have the audacity to glare at me? Where's your fear? Leon replied calmly, I didn't flinch when death was staring me in the face. Will I be afraid of your words? As for kneeling, I won't kneel on my own, and you're not strong enough to make me kneel. Grandpa glared. Lei was right. You've become too arrogant. Looks like I'll have to remind you why I was once the former head of the Lionheart family. Suddenly, Uncle Chen stepped in and said, Grandpa, I advise you not to take another step. Those 4 steps might just be your last. Grandpa demanded, who are you, and how dare you meddle in the Lionheart family's business? Chen replied calmly, my name is Chen, and I'm from Wu family of Yanbei City. Grandpa's mind raced. He's ranked 43rd on the dragon list. What's someone this powerful doing here? Then it clicked. He's the personal bodyguard of Miss Wu, which means the girl standing in front of Leon is Miss Wu herself. Miss Wu stepped forward and said, I understand that I don't belong to your family, but I still have something to say. The other family members immediately spoke up. Miss Wu, it's an honor to have you here. Please speak freely. We're all eager to hear you. Lei was confused. What is Wu Jiafang doing here? From what I know, her family is incredibly wealthy, and she's their sole heir. Not to mention, she's gorgeous. If I can win her over, I could become the head of two powerful families. No one in all of China would be able to stand against me. Miss Wu began. Leon just broke his stepbrother's hand in front of everyone, and disrespected the former head of the family. A person like him has no right to be part of the Lionheart family. Lei shouted in agreement. Miss Wu is absolutely right. This trash is a stain on our family's name. I say we kill him right here, right now. But Miss Wu replied calmly, Leon may share your bloodline, but I'm certain no one here is strong enough to even lay a finger on Leon, let alone kill him. The best thing we can do is exile him from the Lionheart family. That way, none of you will have any ties to him. Grandpa nodded. Miss Wu is right. Leon, bow your head and leave this family for good. From now on, we have nothing to do with you. Leon replied coldly. You think I care? Your little business empire means nothing to me. And as for bowing down, forget it. Anyone who tries to make me kneel should be ready to die. Grandpa growled. Fine then, let's see who's really stronger. Uncle Chen stepped in again. Grandpa, I'm warning you one last time. Don't fight him. No matter how strong a rat gets, a lion's cub can still crush it. The difference between you and Leon is like that between a rat and a lion. He may look young, but he's already a grandmaster. You're talking about attacking him? Honestly, I can't even touch him. And what's worse is seeing you exile such a talent from your family. Normally, even my family would fight to build ties with someone like him. But you had a diamond in your hand and threw it away. All the Lionheart family members were shocked. He's a grandmaster? Mr. Chen, you must be mistaken. Miss Wu laughed. This is hilarious. I barely said a few words, and they cut all ties with Leon. I've seen fools before, but never a family as foolish as this one. If my Uncle Chen respects someone this much, shouldn't that tell you something? She turned to Leon and said, even if your family doesn't value you, the Wu family knows your worth. I sincerely invite you to join our family. We'll give you things the Lionheart family couldn't even dream of. After witnessing everything, Yuwa was completely shocked. She thought, how is this even possible? Out of everyone here, I know Leon better than anyone else. But this isn't the same Leon I used to know. Grandpa said seriously, Miss Wu, even if we said we have nothing to do with him anymore, the truth is, he's still our blood. Words alone can't erase that. Miss Wu replied coldly, I'm not talking to anyone from your family, so stay out of this. And if you speak up again, I'll cut out your tongue. She turned to Leon. So tell me, what's your decision about my offer? Leon smirked. Have you ever seen a lion wearing a collar? Then why on earth would you think you can put one around my neck? I'm not interested in you or your offer. Miss Wu chuckled. You really are arrogant. Grandpa, clearly pleased, said, I knew it. Blood is blood. No matter the misunderstandings, that bond doesn't just vanish. Leon thought to himself, the real Leon used to be a complete fool. But even then, the Lionheart family never treated him cruelly. They didn't like him, sure, but because of his father, they had to give him the same respect and benefits as Lei. That's why. I have no reason to destroy them, Leon said aloud. From now on, none of you will interfere in my matters. If you stay out of my way, then I won't come after you. Grandpa replied. We've got no problem with that. As long as your name still carries the Lionheart title, we'll never meddle in your affairs again. Then, with authority, he announced, as the formal head of this family, I declare Leon the next leader of the Lionheart family. But Leon scoffed. Have you ever seen a lion lead a pack of vultures? What made you think I'd lead a family like this? I have zero interest in being your head. Just then, Miss Wu casually slipped her arm around Leon and declared, You're really something else. From this moment on, I officially declare you my boyfriend. Leon stared at her, thinking, this girl, she's really something. After everything I did to insult her publicly, she still came all the way here just to help me. As they left, Miss Wu said playfully, Uncle Chen, today the Wu family gained its future son-in-law. Let's go wait for him at the entrance. Yuwa, watching everything, was stunned. This is the same guy who chased after me for years, the one I rejected over 100 times. And now, for some reason, it feels like I've lost something very important. Miss Wu glanced at her and smirked. If everyone here is a fool, then you're their queen. You didn't just reject Leon, you spat in the face of fate, and once fate walks away, it doesn't come back. Grandpa laughed joyfully. Even if our Leon sees us as vultures, he's still ours. I'm so proud that such a genius came from our family. Leon, do whatever you want, however you want, but please, don't ever change your last name. We may be too small to help you now, but if you ever need us, just say the word. The other family members chimed in. We had no idea Leon was so incredible. So what if he's not Aunt's real son? He still has our family's blood. And if he ever becomes our head, we won't object. As he walked away, Leon said, All right, I'm leaving, and from now on, no one is allowed to trouble Yulin or her mother ever again. Looking at Yuwa, Leon thought, what did I ever see in her? Honestly, she seems fake from every angle. Yuwa rushed after him, calling out, Leon, I need to talk to you. Leon chuckled, funny, isn't it? I used to beg for your time, and you never had a second for me, and now, you want to talk, but I don't have a second for you. Yuwa stood frozen, crushed. This is the same guy who used to propose to me twice a day, and ask me out for movies at least 3 times, and now, he just walked away. No, it can't be. That's not the Leon I knew. Yulin, watching from the side, said, young master, didn't you used to really like Miss Yuwa? She finally wanted to talk to you, so why did you reject her? Leon replied, Yuwa's luck is terrible, her future is going to be a disaster. The farther she stays from me, the better it'll be for both of us. Yulin, remember this, anyone who can't stand up for themselves will never amount to anything in life, so, whenever you meet someone like that, stay away. Yulin asked, Master, what are you trying to say? Leon waved it off, forget it, you wouldn't understand. Just then, Miss Wu walked over with a sly smile. Looks like you have a lot of free time now. Mind if I steal a few minutes? Yulin told Leon that it was great young master had met Miss Wu. Just then, Leon flicked his hand dismissively and said, you've really gotten attached to me. I can only see you as a friend. Nothing more. Miss Wu smiled and replied that at least he acknowledged her as a friend, and that made him the first person in the world she genuinely liked. Leon then said that with the kind of family name she carried, there must be plenty of guys chasing after her. He asked what she possibly saw in someone like him that made her cling to him so much. Without answering, Miss Wu took Leon's phone and saved her number in it. She told him that if he ever needed her for anything, he should just call, just once, and she'd be there. Saying that, she walked away. At that moment, Yuwa approached and called out to Leon to stop. Leon turned to Yulin and asked her to wait for him outside, saying he'd be back after a quick talk. Watching them, Lei sneered and muttered, not a single girl here is paying attention to me. And meanwhile, Leon has 2 big shots chasing after him. He wondered what on earth Leon had that he didn't. Furious, he decided to speak to Miss Wu himself and win her favor. Only then could he crush that bastard Leon and show him who the real winner was. Lei ran up to Miss Wu and called out, asking her to stop. She turned around and coldly asked what he wanted now. Lei said he had heard she would be staying in the city for a few days, and suggested that she stay at his home. He offered to show her around the entire city. Miss Wu declined firmly, saying she had no intention of staying at his house, or owing anyone any favors. Lei, trying to convince her, said he had overheard her conversation with that jerk Leon, and believed that Leon was far worse than him. He insisted she wouldn't find anyone more rotten in the entire city than Leon. That's why he was warning her not to stay with him. He admitted he wasn't anything special, but even then, he claimed to be better than Leon. Miss Wu, visibly annoyed, asked what made him think he was any better than Leon. Lei responded that all the flaws Leon had, he didn't, and most importantly, he wasn't a scumbag. He promised that if she chose him, he'd always be sincere. As she began walking away, Miss Wu retorted that she was looking for a partner, not a dog. If loyalty and sincerity were all she wanted, even a dog would be better than him. She pointed out that he was trying so hard to impress her, that he was openly insulting his own brother in front of her. She questioned how someone who couldn't even respect his own blood could ever respect a woman. Angrily, she ordered Uncle Chen to break Lei's other arm, and warned him not to show his face to her again. Terrified, Lei begged her not to do it. He promised never to bother them again. Uncle Chen, though reluctant, said he had no desire to do this, but since it was the young Mrs. order, he had no choice. Saying this, he broke Lei's arm. Other members of the family rushed out and asked what had happened. Meanwhile, Lei, clutching his arm in pain, thought bitterly that Leon had taken everything from him. He remembered how he had once considered killing Leon, but decided against it, since Leon wasn't interfering in his path. But now, after facing this humiliation because of Leon, he swore he wouldn't let him live. Miss Wu turned to Uncle Chen and said they should leave. She had no interest in dealing with the fools from the Lionheart family. Uncle Chen nodded in agreement, adding that he had seen many pathetic families before, but never one as disgraceful as this. He couldn't understand how a family could discriminate so deeply against its own children. He predicted that this family was destined for destruction, and when that happened, Leon alone would rise from its ashes, becoming the strongest of all. Miss Wu called her father and told him she wouldn't be coming home this year. She added confidently that the next time she did return, she'd be bringing along their future son-in-law. Meanwhile, on the other side, Yuwa confronted Leon and said that he wasn't like this before. Leon responded coldly that if she wanted to talk about the past, he had no time to waste listening to such nonsense. Yuwa insisted, asking what he meant. She reminded him that he used to say he liked her, and though she ignored him countless times, now that she was finally giving him attention, he was acting cold. Leon calmly replied that the Leon she remembered, and the Leon standing in front of her now were worlds apart. If she thought he would fall at her feet and beg like before, she was dreaming. He added that he had only come to her thinking it was something important, but clearly, she was just here to waste his time. As he turned to leave, Yuwa asked him to wait and proposed a deal. She requested a meeting with Miss Wu, and in return, she'd go to dinner with him. She even offered to watch a movie, go shopping, and spend the entire day with him. Yuwa thought to herself that she had made him wait long enough just to talk to her. She was certain no man could reject such an amazing offer, but Leon smirked and said he had never heard a worse offer in his life. Who do you think you are, some kind of goddess? Why would I enjoy eating with you? Then, he added that if she planned to keep talking nonsense, she shouldn't bother calling him again. Frustrated, Yuwa asked what he did want then. Leon answered bluntly, 10 million, that's what it'll take to set up your meeting. Yuwa, shocked, asked if he was seriously demanding that much. Leon responded coolly, I didn't hold a sword to your throat. I simply named my price. Pay it if you want, don't if you don't, but for 10 million, you're getting a chance to connect with Miss Wu. If anyone else had this opportunity, they wouldn't think twice. Yuwa asked Leon if he was sure he wanted 10 million instead of spending a day with her. Leon replied, what would I even do spending a day with you? Honestly, your nonsense is already giving me a headache. As she walked away, Yuwa said, the money will be transferred to your account within 30 minutes. Let me know once the meeting with Miss Wu is arranged. Still leaving, she added bitterly, you're going to regret this. Leon, today, I gave you a huge opportunity to be with me. Even if you want another chance in the future, I won't give it to you. Her mind flashed back to a recent conversation with her father. She had warned him that making Jing the director would be a mistake, as he was reckless and might drag the company into losses. Her father had coldly replied, if not him, then who? You? You'll get married someday, and once that happens, you won't remain in the company. That's why I never gave you anything important. I don't even see you as part of this family. Yuwa had pleaded, but Dad, I'm still your daughter. Marriage doesn't change that. I can work for the family my entire life. He snapped, get out. Don't try to lecture me. As she left, she vowed to prove them all wrong. She would show them how capable she truly was, and how they had made a terrible mistake by not making her the director. Yuwa thought to herself that just because she was a girl, she had never been given a fair chance. Whether it was Sheng or her father, both dismissed her based on gender. If she ever got proper family support, they wouldn't be able to say a word against her. Meanwhile, Leon approached Miss Wu, who was still waiting. He asked if she hadn't left yet. Miss Wu replied that it was difficult to find a taxi here, so she figured she'd offer him a ride. She then asked playfully, by the way, I wasn't joking earlier, what do you really think about me? Leon said sincerely, helping people takes up a lot of my time. Isn't my friendship enough for now? Miss Wu smiled warmly and replied, that's exactly why you're different from everyone else, and also why you're my favorite. Just then, Leon's phone buzzed. His account had received 10 million. Miss Wu glanced at the notification and said, so Yuwa asked you to set up a meeting with me? Leon looked surprised. How do you know about that? Miss Wu said she could tell the moment she saw Yuwa that she was desperate to earn a place in her family. Our family is very different. We don't differentiate between men and women. That's why the true family legacy is being passed down to me. But not every family thinks like ours. Yuwa believes she can become director solely through her capabilities, but that's never going to happen. That's why she's trying so hard to earn her family's support by any means necessary. Leon replied thoughtfully, in my opinion, as long as you're doing something just to prove yourself to others, you're not truly doing anything. The moment you decide to become better for your own sake, no one can stop you. If Yuwa is as capable as she claims, why does she even need the Jing family anymore? If she can transfer 10 million, she could use that to start her own company. But the truth is, she still wants a place in her family. That's why she's going to such desperate lengths. Miss Wu looked at him curiously and asked, how can you be so wise? Then, smiling, she added, let me be honest with you, why don't you become our family's son-in-law? We'll give you all our family's wealth, and trust me, once that happens, there won't be a single person in China who could stand against you. Pushing her away gently, Leon replied, how many times do I have to tell you? I have no interest in any of this. I've got more than enough on my plate already. Leon then asked, so, do you want to meet Yuwa or not? If you don't, that's fine. I'll just let her know. Miss Wu hesitated and then said, I'm willing to go for you, but what's in it for me? You have a great body. Do you work out? Leon frowned and replied firmly, look, I'm not selling my body for 10 million. You've got the wrong guy. Eventually, after Miss Wu insisted, Leon messaged Yuwa that her meeting with Miss Wu was scheduled for noon the next day. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Lei had already paid the bounty on Leon's head. he muttered. Everyone knows that once you pay Justice Society, nobody comes back alive. Leon, you made a huge mistake messing with me. You don't realize how many dangerous people I know. The scene then shifted to Justice Society leader Jia who was thinking out loud. My childhood crush, Jia Fang, is in that city. Who knows, maybe I'll run into her during tomorrow's mission. It would be amazing to meet her again. I should probably prepare. What if she's ready to become my girlfriend? Just then, his secretary came in and reported, we've got intel on Miss Wu. She's grown very close to the boy from the Lionheart family. Right now, they're out shopping. Irritated, Jiahu snapped. Who the hell had the guts to lay hands on someone I had my eye on? The secretary answered, that boy is none other than Leon Lionheart, and just a while ago, someone placed a $10 million bounty on his head. Jiahu grinned. Looks like death was already written in his destiny, and now we're being paid to carry it out. He asked, so who placed the hit? The secretary responded, Leon Lionheart's younger brother, Lei. As you know, there's always been tension in their family, probably over inheritance. Jiahu laughed. 90% of our contracts come from family feuds like this. These people just keep fighting among themselves, and we keep getting paid. But if I'm going to settle this fight, I'll have to face Miss Wu, and I can't do that empty-handed. Raise the fee. Back at the shopping mall, we see Miss Wu and Leon browsing stores. Leon thought to himself, all this, just for 10 million? I feel like taking that money was a huge mistake. Just then, Leon noticed they were being followed. He quickly pulled Miss Wu to the side. Miss Wu asked, what's going on? Where are we going? Leon replied, we're being followed. We need to move somewhere safer. The assassin, tailing them from a distance, thought, this man's senses are sharp. I've been tailing them covertly, but he picked up on me easily. Still, no matter how far they run, they can't escape. Once they got to a quieter corner, Miss Wu asked, are we safe now? Leon replied calmly, no, in fact, our assassins are the ones who are trapped now. One of the assassins stepped forward and said, Miss Wu, our target is Leon Lionheart. We would never dare lay a hand on you. Please, step aside. If you get even a scratch, we'll be the ones in serious trouble. Miss Wu narrowed her eyes and snapped, so you're from Justice Society? How dare you accept a contract on my friend's life? Where is Jiahu? Send him here immediately. You're not going to lay a finger on my friend while I'm around. The assassin replied, we get paid to eliminate targets. Now that we've accepted the money, we can't back out. All we can do is respectfully ask you to step away. Miss Wu challenged them, touch him once. I dare you. See what happens next. I promise. If anything happens to Leon, your precious Jiahu won't live to see the morning. Just then, Jiahu arrived and said smugly, my childhood friend, why are you so angry? Why cause such a scene over a random guy? Miss Wu shot back, let me be clear, we are not friends. We met once, 5 years ago, at my grandfather's birthday party. That's it. I meet thousands of people in a single day. Do you think I consider all of them my friends? Leon said firmly, Miss Wu, there's no need to waste so much time. A person who can actually kill me hasn't been born yet. As they moved forward, Jiahu scoffed, you sure know how to talk big. No matter how much you brag, I know exactly how weak you really are. We don't attack blindly. We studied your file, and there's a massive difference between what's written and how you present yourself. Suddenly, Leon struck and slammed Jiahu to the ground. He said coldly, you've got a tiny brain, and it's filled with nothing but rage. The only thing you've got going for you is a bit of cultivation. Take that away. And what are you? Just a pathetic fool who can't do anything. Do you really think any woman would go for someone like you with such a garbage personality? That's exactly why Miss Wu doesn't even want to call you her friend. And she's from a prestigious family. Even a regular girl wouldn't give you the time of day. You know what your biggest flaw is? That ridiculous haircut. Infuriated, Jiahu shouted, say whatever you want about me. I don't care, but don't insult my hair. I won't forgive that. At that moment, Uncle Chen stepped in and said, little brother, what are you doing? If you keep this fight going, it won't end well for you. Miss Wu, let's go. Anyway, this fight is not going to proceed any further. Jiahu protested, Senior, you've got to be kidding me. Our masters don't concern themselves with trivial matters, so why would they step in for some random kid? I don't believe they actually said that. Just then, Jiahu's phone rang. It was his junior brother. Jiahu thought, he should be training. Why is he calling now? When he answered, it wasn't his junior, it was his master. The master spoke sternly. I heard you accepted a hit on Leon. Let me make this absolutely clear, Jiahu. There is to be no attack on him. If you defy me and go through with it, you already know what'll happen. Nervously, Jiahu replied, yes, master, I understand. From now on, I'll make sure Leon is under our protection. No harm will come to him. He turned to Leon and said sheepishly, Brother Leon, this was all a misunderstanding. I didn't know you were this important to the sect. If you ever need anything, just call me. I'll come to help. But Leon stared at him coldly. I don't need your apology, just tell me, who placed the bounty on my head? Since you didn't go through with the attack, I'll let you live, but I need to know who wants me dead. Jiahu clenched his jaw. I'm only sparing you because of Master's orders. Don't think you're stronger than me. I don't know what your relationship with the Master is, or why he's protecting you, but I'll tell you this, loyalty to the Sect is our #1 rule. We never betray our own. Suddenly, Leon grabbed Jiahu by the neck and said menacingly, if you don't tell me the name right now, you'll lose your life. Sure, people might admire your loyalty, but they'll be admiring a dead man. Terrified, Jiahu pleaded, please don't kill me. It was your own brother, Lionheart. He offered us a huge sum to take you out. Jiahu thought to himself, I never imagined someone like him could be this powerful. He even looks younger than me. Just how long has he been cultivating? As Leon turned to leave, he said coldly, this was your first mistake. That's the only reason I'm letting you go. But if you ever try this again, you won't walk away alive. Jiahu, trembling, thought to himself, what kind of lunatic would I have to be to go up against a guy like that again? The scene then shifted as Leon arrived at the Lionheart mansion. Upon seeing him, Grandpa greeted him respectfully. Young master, what brings you here? Leon replied sternly, if you remember, I once warned you all not to interfere in my matters, but you people have gotten bold enough to put a bounty on my head. He stepped forward and added, now tell me, how do you plan to fix this? Frustrated, Grandpa snapped, who had the guts to put a hit out on you? Leon responded coldly, don't try to act innocent in front of me. Trying to sound calm, Grandpa said, don't worry, whoever's behind this won't get away with it. The person who dared to do this will be punished before you even leave this house. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lei sat sipping wine, smirking. This red wine tastes better than usual today. Honestly, I spent 50 million to get Leon killed. When Dad and Grandpa find out I withdrew that much money, I'll definitely get chewed out. But once Leon's out of the picture, I'll be the sole heir to the family's billions. He laughed. So, losing 50 million? That's nothing. That bastard made me lose a hand. Today, I'll see his neck broken. Just then, Lei's personal secretary rushed in. Young Master Leon, he's here. He came back. Lei was shocked. How's that even possible? The Justice Society always eliminates everyone whose name is on a hit list. How did Leon survive their attack? Moments later, some bodyguards entered and said, young master, Grandpa wants to see you. Lei snapped, tell him I'm not going. But the guards didn't ask twice. They forcibly dragged him away. Elsewhere, Lei's mother found out what had happened. Furious, she growled, my husband's not even home, and that old man has turned this entire family upside down. Now he wants to punish my son. I'll show him just how dangerous I can be. I'm ready to burn everything down, but I'm not letting Leon or that old man get away with this. Back in Grandpa's office, Grandpa stared Lei down. Tell me the truth. Did you put a hit on Leon? And if so, how much did you pay? Lei mumbled. At first, it was supposed to be 10 million, but they suddenly raised the price to 50 million. Grandpa exploded. You've never earned a single damn cent in your life. Where the hell did you get that kind of money? Lei confessed. I knew the family account password. I withdrew the money secretly, without warning. Grandpa stepped forward and slapped him hard. You idiot. Do you not realize our family finances are already in critical condition? Your father, the head of this house, went to Yenbei to solve our financial crisis, and here you are, wasting money behind his back. To this day, I regret the day you were born. What kind of garbage were we cursed with? Lei, still fuming, retorted. I wouldn't have done any of this if my family wasn't full of two-faced hypocrites. You all used to treat me like the heir. But ever since you found out that bastard Leon has Grandmaster-level power, I've become invisible, worthless. As long as Leon's alive, I'll never get a chance in this family. I'm treated worse than a dog. Taking him out is the only way I can reclaim my place. Grandpa let out a bitter laugh. I thought I'd seen every kind of evil in my life, but the hatred in you. I never imagined someone this vile could be born into the Lionheart family. Honestly, it would bring me great satisfaction to eliminate garbage like you. Only then can our family truly be cleansed and grow stronger. Suddenly, Lei's mother stormed into the room. Who dares lay a hand on my son? Grandpa snapped. If you want to know that, maybe ask what your son has done first. Lei's mother shouted. I don't care what he's done. He's the heir to the family. No one touches him. If anyone wants to hurt Lei, they'll have to come through me first. Let's see how you explain yourself once the head of the family returns. She glared at Grandpa. You had power 200 years ago. Now, you're completely worthless in this household. Grandpa released a wave of energy, his eyes narrowing. You think I'm worthless? Let me show you just how wrong you are. I know you're only doing this to shield your son from punishment. Lei's mother suddenly pulled out a vial from her robe. Whatever happens next, you'll be responsible. Grandpa stared at it. Poison? You really brought poison into this house? Watching silently, Leon thought, wow, Lei's mom really is a master actress. Everyone knows Grandpa won't kill Lei, but she knows he'll make him pay heavily, so she brought poison just to scare him. The joke is, that isn't even real poison, it's just soda water. Let's see how far she takes this performance. Lei's mother said coldly, if you're going to kill my son, then I'll do it myself. Without hesitation, she forced the entire vial down Lei's throat. Grandpa immediately panicked and shouted to the guards, quick, call a doctor. But Leon calmly stepped in and said, there's no need to call anyone. You see, some illnesses can't be cured by doctors. Lei just caught one of those. But don't worry, I'll handle it. I'll bring him back, fixed. Without waiting for a response, Leon grabbed Lei and jumped straight from the 4th floor. Meanwhile, we see Jiahu sitting with Uncle Chen. Jiahu says, so, Leon knows what Lei did. What do you think he's going to do? Uncle Chen replied, he'll definitely punish him, but I don't think he'll kill him. Jiahu frowned, but Lei literally tried to have him killed. And don't forget, Leon has Grandmaster level powers. Even if he does kill Lei, no one in the family could do a thing to stop him. Uncle Chen smiled slightly. I don't know about all that. What I do know is this, Leon has a good heart. He'd never kill his own family. Scene shifted back to Leon. Leon had taken Lei to a street vendor known as Lovely Momos. Leon asked, Mr. Lovely, do you still have that old chili sauce that went bad? Mr. Lovely blinked. Yeah, I've got some, but what do you need it for? That stuff smells so bad even the dogs and pigs won't touch it. I was about to throw it out. Leon replied, don't throw it away. It might just save my brother's life. That idiot drank poison thinking it was cold drink. We need him to throw up. Lei, still drowsy, panicked inside. What is Leon trying to do? What did he do to me? Why can't I speak? Mr. Lovely added nervously, if that's the case, vomiting is crucial. Don't worry, one drop of this sauce and he'll be puking in seconds. Leon said, don't stress. Even if no living thing likes your drink, today it might just save a life. Hearing that, Mr. Lovely poured the chili sauce straight into Lei's mouth. He grinned. I may just be a street vendor, but I always believed my life had a greater purpose, and today, I found it, to save someone's life. Open your mouth, kid. Once this hits your gut, it'll flush the poison right out. After Lei drinks it, Leon laughed. Mr. Lovely, what the heck did you put in this thing? That smell is still lingering. Mr. Lovely whispered, that's a family secret. We use special sauce in it. And just like that, he ran off. Leon thought to himself, looks like Lei just drank something seriously lethal. Just then, Grandpa and Lei's mom arrived. Lei's mom yelled, what did you give my son? That stench is horrible. I can smell it from outside. If something happens to him because of you, I won't forgive you. Leon replied sharply, you've got no right to say that. You're the one who gave him poison with your own hands. Then, Leon slapped her and said, don't yell at me. I saved your son's life. If I hadn't made him vomit, that poison would have killed him. Lei's mom snapped back. How dare you hit me? Wait until the family head returns. I'll make sure you regret this. Leon calmly responded, I'm waiting for him too. Let's see how he reacts when he finds out. You tried to poison your own son, and Grandpa saw everything. I saved Lei's life with a disgusting drink. Grandpa, you tell me, did I do anything wrong? Grandpa sighed. Even though Leon has so many problems with our family, he didn't hesitate for a second to save his brother's life. He even jumped off the 4th floor to do it. And then there's you, a pathetic mother who poisoned her own son. Until the family head returns, you'll be locked in your room, and sent back to the hospital in disgrace. As she was dragged away, Grandpa turned and said, young Master Leon, I did well, right? Walking out, Leon smiled. You were brilliant. Keep doing things like this, and who knows, you might even live another 10 or 20 years. He thought to himself, I've handled things here. Now it's time I teach Yulin how to cultivate. The stronger I become, the stronger my enemies will be. And when that happens, the people closest to me will be the first targets. But if she becomes strong herself, I won't have to worry. Scene shifts to Tianmen Mansion. Leon arrived at the Tianmen Mansion. Yulin, are you free? Yulin smiled. Hello, young master. What can I do for you? Leon said, come to my room. Now, once in his room, Leon started changing clothes. Yulin stood there, stunned, thinking, what is young master planning? Could it be what I think it is? Yulin shyly said, young master, I need to take a shower first. Leon interrupted, you can bathe later. Let's first focus on why we're here. Embarrassed, Yulin murmured, but young master, I don't have any experience with this. Leon reassured her, I know what you're thinking. Most people don't have experience with this kind of thing. But don't worry, I'll guide you through it so well, you won't even feel like it's your first time. He then began transferring his energy into Yulin's body. Blushing, Yulin said softly, young master, you're so kind. Leon thought to himself, her behavior has been a little weird from the beginning. Wait, what does she think I'm doing here? He tapped her on the head and said, I'm opening your body's chakra points so you can start cultivating. Your senses need to be sharper than a regular person's. If you can't even perceive the energy around you, how will you ever absorb it? Stop fantasizing and focus." Channeling his energy back into her, Yulin focused and said, "Yes, young master. I can feel the surrounding energy now." Leon thought, it usually takes time to reach this stage, but since Yulin has an immortal body, she's able to sense energy quickly. As he got up to leave, Leon told her, "Continue cultivating here, lie down and stay focused for at least 2 hours." Afterward, Leon sat down with a bag of chips. He chuckled. "Now I finally understand why Earth people love chips and wrestling so much. This is actually relaxing." Suddenly, a news flash appeared on the screen. A 1,000-year-old tree was struck down by lightning yesterday. Leon's eyes lit up. "That's amazing. If a weapon is forged from that tree, it'll be incredible. Tree, wait for me. I'm coming to get you." As he continued thinking, a loud noise came from above. Leon looked up, annoyed. "Yulin did tell me that the neighbors upstairs were doing renovations, but if I remember correctly, they were only allowed to work until noon. It's already 2 p.m. Why are they still making noise?" He glanced back. Yulin is meditating right now. If this continues, it'll disturb her. Leon walked upstairs and knocked on the neighbor's door. When the man opened it, he sneered. "What do you want, neighbor? Why are you bothering me?" Leon replied calmly. "I'm not the one bothering you. You're disturbing me. You were supposed to stop construction by 12, and it's already 2. Will you stop it now, or do I have to stop it for you?" The man smirked threateningly and held up a brick. "You see this? Best quality brick. I want only high quality materials for my renovation, but if I have to use it to break someone's head, I'll be pretty upset." Leon sighed. "I don't have time to argue with trash like you. If you don't stop now, I'm calling the police." The man replied arrogantly. "Go ahead. Once they leave, I'll just start again. Let's see what you can do about it." Leon raised an eyebrow. "That brick in your hand, that's what you're calling high quality?" The man laughed. "If I hit your head with just one of these, it'll split wide open." In a single motion, Leon smashed the brick with his bare hand. He said coldly, "This brick is garbage. This is what you were going to hit me with?" Terrified, the man stammered, "If you lay a finger on me, I'll call the cops. You can't just go around scaring people with your strength." Unbothered, Leon pulled out his phone and said, "I'm calling the police. My neighbor just attacked me. I've sent over CCTV footage. Please handle this guy." The man standing behind muttered nervously, "Damn, this guy's not to be messed with. I picked the wrong neighbor today." Elsewhere, Jiahu and Uncle Chen had just finished lunch. Jiahu smiled. "Since you're my senior, you should pay." Uncle Chen chuckled. "You're the owner of a huge organization, and you're hesitating over such a small bill?" Jiahu replied, "Even though our corporation is big, we don't always have consistent work. Unlike others, I don't send my brothers on missions. I put them on salary, so they don't have to worry about their living expenses. That's why I'm usually low on cash." As Uncle Chen paid, he nodded. "I get it. You're doing this because of that incident, aren't you? Still fighting for your pride." Jiahu said quietly, "When I left the sect, I made a vow. I wouldn't return until I became someone worth remembering. I even made this custom shirt to build my own name, but things didn't go the way I planned." Uncle Chen looked at him seriously. "Seems like you regret leaving the sect, and honestly, your master misses you a lot. If you reach out to him, he might just forgive you." As they stepped out, Jiahu said, "Next month is master's birthday. There couldn't be a better chance to see him again. I saw the news yesterday. A 1,000-year-old sacred tree has fallen. If I can gift a piece of it to master, I'm sure everything between us will be resolved." Uncle Chen nodded. "I heard that Luji Temple has bought that tree, but if we represent our sect officially, they might be willing to give us a share." Jiahu agreed. "All right, let's head over." Uncle Chen cautioned, "Remember, we won't be the only ones there. From what I've heard, the White Lotus sect is also going after the same thing. We'll have to be extremely careful." Jiahu smiled confidently. "As long as we stick together, no one can stand in our way." Meanwhile, Leon arrived at the Luji Temple. He thought, "Only monks live here, so I won't use force unless absolutely necessary." Just then, he noticed Jiahu and Uncle Chen approaching from the distance. Jiahu looked around and said, "Looks like a lot of people came here for the tree." Leon asked, "So you're here for the same reason?" Uncle Chen replied, "Leon, I don't think we should fight right now. This is Luji Temple's property. Everyone came here hoping to get a share, and besides, I'm not here today as Miss Wu's bodyguard. I'm representing my sect, so I won't back down from a fight. But I won't start one either." Leon smirked. "Who said I'm scared? Whether it's before or after we take the tree, you can come at me anytime." Suddenly, a monk from the Luji Temple appeared. Leon and Jiahu asked about the tree. The monk replied, "Our master anticipated many visitors, so he's agreed to give away half the tree to outsiders. The other half remains temple property." Leon asked, Did your master mention how the half for outsiders will be divided? The monk shook his head. He only said that half is for you all. How you divide it among yourselves is your problem. With that, he turned and left. Leon thought, the monks here are clever. They knew holding on to the entire tree would attract attacks. So they donated half and left the outsiders to fight amongst themselves. Smart move. They secured their half without a fight. He then said, since it's up to us to decide the split, let's talk this out. Jiahu responded, there are two of us, and he's alone. Muchen added, don't assume too quickly. Sure, he's alone, but that doesn't mean he can't take both of us down. Uncle Chen asked Leon, how much do you want? Leon replied, 2 meters will be enough for me. Jiahu protested, that's impossible. I'm not giving more than 1 meter. Leon smirked, have you heard the saying, greed leads to downfall? Your 1 extra meter might cost you a lot more, and besides, someone's already on their way to snatch everything from you. At that moment, members of the White Lotus sect arrived. Z-Fan stepped forward and said, we've been hiding our presence for a while, yet you still figured out we were here. Z-Lei added, we'll spare your lives. Since Luji Temple has given away half the tree, that means the entire outsider's half is ours now. If you leave peacefully, you live. If not, you'll get nothing, and die trying. Leon shrugged, honestly, I wasn't even alert. You hid your presence so poorly, even a 5-year-old could sense someone was hiding in the bushes. Jiahu added, there are 2 grandmasters and 10 half-grandmasters here. I've been wondering why Luji Temple gave us half the tree so easily. Now it makes sense. They wanted to avoid this fight. Cowards. Uncle Chen warned him, you're standing right in front of their temple. Don't call them cowards. They've already given up their share. Who gets the rest is up to us. But if you keep insulting them, they might attack us too. Jiahu called out, why are you all just standing there? If you've got the guts, come and take it from us. But before you attack, remember, we're from the Jini sect, and those who mess with our sect suffer the consequences. Zile mocked him. Do you think dropping your sect's name will scare us? We don't fear some third-grade sect. Leon commented, I'm only getting 1 meter of this enormous tree, so I won't interfere in your mess. Uncle Chen frowned. What do you mean by that? Leon pointed. You can see how massive even half the tree is. I only want 1 meter. I can take my share and walk away. But how you guys plan to take the rest? That's your problem. Jiahu asked. You think we can't win without you? He paused, then said, alright, help us, and I'll give you 2 meters. Leon smiled. That deal was good before. Now I won't settle for less than half. Jiahu sighed. You really are cunning. Fine, we'll give you half. Leon stepped forward confidently. Smart move. If you hadn't agreed, you wouldn't have gotten anything. I'll take care of the 2 grandmasters. Just make sure you handle the rest. As Z-Lei and Z-Fan stepped forward, they taunted, kid, you're acting like a big shot. You know what happens to people who forget their place? They die like stray dogs. Leon smirked and replied, you're absolutely right, because today, you 2 are the ones who'll die. Z-Fan said proudly, we've trained together for 20 years, running 20 kilometers daily, and training 16 hours straight. We've built such chemistry that we can take down 5 grandmasters together, so what can a single brat like you possibly do to us? But in an instant, Leon knocked both of them out with a single move. Leon looked at their fallen bodies and said, all that 20-year training, all those 20 kilometers runs, they mean nothing when you're faced with absolute power. A wise man bows to that power and moves forward, but fools like you die with your arrogance. Turning around, Leon said, I've done my part, I'm leaving with my half. Jiahu called out, wait, aren't you going to help us? Leon replied flatly, that's not how you ask for help, and besides, I never help anyone for free. Uncle Chen stepped forward respectfully. Young Master Lionheart, please forgive my junior brother's rude behavior. I don't have much to offer, but I can give you 5 million. Leon paused, then nodded. All right, I appreciate your sincerity. And with a single attack, he wiped out all the enemies in one go. As he walked away, Leon said, don't forget the 5 million, and what you do with the rest of them is up to you. Jiahu, still shaken, muttered, senior brother, how can someone that young be so powerful? He's younger than me, but I think he might be even stronger than our master. Uncle Chen nodded. You're right, Leon wasn't exaggerating. He really does have absolute power, and the wise, they bow to it. Those who stand against it, get nothing but death. Just as they were talking, a sudden attack flew toward them. Jiahu barely dodged in time. Jiahu shouted, what do you think? I'll get caught by a petty attack. But the next strike curved mid-air and hit him from behind. Groaning in pain, Jiahu said, whoever launched that attack, they can control their weapon remotely. Suddenly, Lily, the saintess from the White Lotus sect, appeared. You've got decent reflexes, but your brain is full of dung. Muchen asked, did you come to fight over the tree too? Lily shook her head. No, I saw something far more interesting than the tree. That young man. Leon said, What's your deal? I was just passing by, Lily replied. No one your age is that powerful. I want to offer you a spot on our side, resources, support, everything you want. I'll give it to you, Leon flatly responded. I'm not interested, and I don't feel like talking to you. My mom always said not to talk to strangers, Lily chuckled. You really are just a kid. No grown-up would reject such a great offer. Leon added, here's some advice. You should leave like the others. No need to take a beating, Lily asked. We have no enmity, so why stand against us? Leon replied, because I took their money, and I always finish what I'm paid for, so today, you're not laying a finger on them, Lily sighed. What a pity, now I'll have to kill you, and just so you know, this Saintess has never failed before, it's part of my record. Leon smiled. Records? I broke those in 4th grade. He then shattered all of Lily's weapons in a single burst. When the smoke cleared, Lily had vanished. Leon looked around and said, that girl who wouldn't shut up about her record, look how fast she ran away. Meanwhile, as Lily retreated, she said to herself, Leon Lionheart, I'll never forget that name. If I don't get my revenge, then my name isn't Holy Saintess Lily. Someone was secretly recording the entire battle. Scene shifts to Overtime Limited Company headquarters. Inside the company, employees were discussing Leon. A man with glasses spoke. Just moments ago, we witnessed Leon Lionheart defeat Lily from the White Lotus Sect. And not just defeat, he completely overwhelmed her, and she had to flee. What's crazy is that Leon was never this powerful. In fact, if you look into his past, he's the illegitimate child of the Lionheart family, and we all know how those kids are treated. He was attacked a few days ago, and after that, it's like he completely changed. Chairman Lu Xing chimed in, our job isn't to interfere in others' personal lives. Our duty is to maintain balance in the world of cultivators. The general public must never learn about this side of the world. The man with glasses nodded. Don't worry, I'll make sure this footage never reaches the media. Lu Xing added, reach out to Leon Lionheart immediately. I can already tell, this guy is going to be a big shot. If we can get him to join our company, it'll be a huge win for us. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Leon, who is deep in training, refining his techniques. He mutters to himself, I've forged some swords for myself using wood from the sacred tree. They might not be the most powerful, but at least they can function as special weapons. The shape-shifting ability is especially impressive, easy to carry and conceal. Leon suddenly pauses. I'm standing in the middle of the forest, and that car's been following me for a while now. Let's see who this guy is. Inside the car, the man with glasses, the one who works for the chairman, watches Leon. He mutters, Leon doesn't just possess martial arts skills, he's also capable of refining weapons. He's coming this way. I'll try to talk to him and see if we can recruit him to the company. Leon approaches the vehicle and knocks on the window. Mind telling me why you've been following me? The man steps out and introduces himself. My name is Hu Hongli. I'm the manager of Overtime Limited, and I'm here on behalf of the company to speak with you. Leon replies coldly, I never filled out any job applications. You can leave. But then Leon notices the artifact on Hongli's hand and narrows his eyes. You're carrying a spiritual weapon in this world? That means your background is far from ordinary. Hongli smiles. Let me properly reintroduce myself. I'm the manager of Overtime Private Limited. On the surface, we appear to be a simple cleaning services company, but in reality, our mission is to maintain the power balance within society, to keep the cultivation world hidden from the general public. You've recently risen as a new star in the cultivation world, and it's our responsibility to keep tabs on everyone. Leon raises an eyebrow. And what if I refuse to cooperate with your company? Hongli's tone remains calm. We have some of the most powerful experts in the world, and even better technology. If someone refuses to cooperate, we sometimes have to take other measures, but that's rare. Usually, we just ask for acknowledgement. We simply want to determine whether a person is a threat to humanity or not. Please don't take this as a threat. I'm only asking in the interest of everyone's safety. Plus, joining us has its perks. You'll gain access to valuable information about others in the cultivation world. Leon smirks. You're doing a good job. I especially like your attitude. Fine, I'll cooperate with you. Hongli smiles and offers a handshake. Glad to hear it. It's a pleasure speaking with you. Leon shakes his hand and adds, but this place isn't ideal for a conversation. Let's go somewhere else. At a restaurant in Yandong, Miss Wu arrives to meet Yuwa. Yuwa lights up and says, Miss Wu, I'm so glad we finally get to meet again. Miss Wu sits down and replies, you paid a hefty amount just to meet me. I'd like to know, what exactly did you want to talk about? Yuhua smiles. Let's grab a bite to eat first. We can talk after that. Miss Wu frowns slightly. You've already spent quite a lot on me. My advice? Don't waste any more money. She leans in, serious. And let me make one thing clear. The Wu family will never support the Jing family. we have no interest in cooperating with you, Yuwa replies with a sigh. Strangely, even after being rejected, I feel lighter. Miss Wu says honestly, if I'm being real, you're wasting your effort. If your effort is unappreciated, why keep trying? Yuwa responds, I know some things are out of my control, but I still want to give it my all, to prove myself. Miss Wu stares at her, then tell me this, why didn't you ever choose Leon for yourself? If you had, things would have been much easier for you. And don't give me that it wasn't in my hands excuse. Yuwa scoffs, he was a fool. I knew he'd never fit into my future plans, so why should I have kept him around? Miss Wu shakes her head. I told you before, you're a fool. In business, it's not about what you'll gain today. A smart businessperson thinks long-term. If you lack patience, you'll never achieve anything in life. Yuwa frowns. What does that have to do with Leon? Miss Wu answers, you at least admit he has incredible power, right? In terms of strength, there's likely no one in this city who surpasses him. According to my calculations, he's the #1 genius of this country at his age. He's also the youngest grandmaster ever. I guarantee, when you rejected him, you had no idea just how powerful he really was. Yuwa thinks to herself, she's right, I had no idea. In my obsession to gain recognition from my family, I never truly paid attention to Leon. Miss Wu concludes, that's exactly why I called you an idiot. Based on his current power alone, I still wouldn't pick him, but if he ends up ruling the world someday, it wouldn't surprise me. If he were with you now, even your family would respect you, but you let that opportunity slip. Yuwa replies quietly, maybe he met someone better, and that's why you see him the way you do, but I've known him since childhood, and I can say with certainty, he'll never live up to your expectations. Miss Wu replied, you're saying you've known him since childhood, yet you had no idea about the kind of power he possessed? Think about it. Despite having so much strength, Leon always presented himself as weak to the world. You need an incredible amount of patience to pull that off. Yuwa asked, so even if he did all that, what difference does it make to him? Miss Wu responded seriously, let me tell you a reality check, something that might open your eyes. If you had even half the patience that Leon has, the Jing family would be bowing at your feet by now. It's not that you lack ability, you just don't have any patience. That's why you'll always end up begging for respect from the Jing family, and you'll never get it. Before I met you today, I was considering working with your family, but now that I've seen who you are, and what your family stands for, I wouldn't work with you even if you begged. Yuwa replied coldly, thanks for your advice, Miss Wu. If getting status in my family requires going through Lionheart, then fine. Honestly, winning him over would be the easiest thing in the world. He's been chasing after me since childhood, and I've always ignored him. If I put in even the slightest effort, he'd come running. Because of your advice, our Jing family will rise again. Miss Wu chuckled. You really think you can pull that off? Yuwa challenged. Do you think so little of me? The boy who loved me all his life. I can't even win him back. Miss Wu calmly responded. It's not that I think little of you, it's that you think way too highly of yourself. Let me be clear, Lionheart is the man I've chosen for myself. I trust him so much, I'd hand over my entire family fortune to him. Can you say the same? Standing up, she said. I don't want to talk to you anymore, I'm leaving. I hope you do find the respect you're chasing. Meanwhile, Leon and Hongli arrived at the company headquarters. Leon looked around and said, your company seems really weak. Hongli replied with a smile, I told you, we operate under the guise of a cleaning service. That's why we've kept a low profile. Please, come in, the chairman is waiting. Inside, Chairman Lu greeted him, Mr. Leon, please make yourself at home. Leon casually propped his feet on the table and said, no need to worry, I already consider this company my property. And you, my employee. Chairman Lu laughed. You really are an interesting person. We invited you here because we want a genius like you to work with us. Leon replied, your offer is impressive, but I don't work for anyone. I've learned one lesson in life. Never be under someone else. So, I won't be signing any contracts, Chairman Lu said. I understand your point, but everything we do is for the benefit of society. Joining our company won't cause you any loss. In fact, you'll gain a lot. We can provide you information no one else can. Leon raised an eyebrow. What kind of information? Chairman Lu answered, for starters, you're not the real Leon Lionheart. The original Leon was just a 20-year-old kid, who never accomplished anything. Everyone thought he was useless. Jing Wei sent men to beat him, and left him to die in the forest. After that night, he completely changed, and then you appeared. Now tell me, how are we supposed to believe someone suddenly gained superpowers just by getting beaten up? Leon smirked. You've really done your homework on me, haven't you? Chairman Lu smiled. We told you, no one investigates, or uncovers information better than us. Scene shifts to Jing Wei at the Jing Cooperations. He said, to rescue the Lionheart family from financial crisis, their head went to Yanbei. to negotiate, and fell right into our trap. That was his biggest mistake. Now the Lionheart family is on the brink of destruction, and will be the ones to benefit. Jing Wei's father smiled. You've done a fine job. Everything is almost complete. Go and take some rest. Jing Wei refused. I've spent so long trying to destroy the Lionheart family. Now that the end is near, how can I rest? I want to see them fall with my own eyes. My whole childhood, I kept hearing how great the Lionheart family was. I only had one dream, to destroy them and make my family number one. His father nodded with pride. That's exactly the kind of drive I hope to see. In business and in real life, you're a beast. That's why I chose you to be the next family head. Fine, if you don't want to rest, go party. After all, the Lionheart family will be completely destroyed within 3 days. As he stepped outside, Jing Wei muttered, Leon Lionheart, you humiliated me. Everything that's happening is payback for that. I'll make you fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness. He then shouted to his men, come on, let's go party. Soon, we'll be watching Leon Lionheart's downfall. Meanwhile, Miss Wu is at home, calmly passing time. Miss Wu said, Uncle Chen, do you have any idea what Leon might be doing right now? Uncle Chen replied, as far as I know, the fight we had was recorded by the overtime company, so they've probably called Leon in to meet. Miss Wu's expression turned serious. That means Leon is currently inside our company. Wait a second, he's in there, and our officers have no idea how powerful he actually is. They'll probably try to handle him with authority. But Leon isn't someone who boasts to pressure. This could turn into a huge problem. Uncle Chen nodded gravely. You're absolutely right. We have to act fast if we want to protect him. Miss Wu shook her head. It's not just about protecting Leon. Our entire company is in danger. If things go wrong, he might end up destroying everything. Meanwhile, Chairman Liu and Leon were having a tense conversation. The chairman leaned forward and asked, May I know who you really are? Leon replied coldly, I have no desire to explain myself, but if you must know, I'm the reincarnation of an immortal. The chairman's eyes widened in shock, then slowly nodded. That explains everything. Leon smirked. Doesn't it sound like something pulled straight out of a novel? Chairman Liu responded, with the kind of growth you've shown, it's the only possible explanation. No ordinary person could achieve that level of power on their own. Leon continued, the fight I had outside the Luoji temple yesterday, it was brutal. So many people died. What did you all do with that news? Didn't the media cover it? The chairman gave a chilling smile. That's where our specialty lies. We released a story saying a pipeline burst outside the Luoji temple, and some workers got caught in it. That's what our company does. Control the narrative. Leon nodded slowly. I see. But regardless, I won't work under anyone. Chairman Liu replied. Alright, then let me offer you something more interesting. We have a spiritual vein in our possession. If we manage to restore it, our capabilities will grow exponentially. And that's not all. We've received disturbing news about your family. Jing Wei has trapped your father in Yanbei. There's a real chance they'll harm him, and within the next 3 days, your entire family could be wiped out. Leon clenched his fists in anger. My father, he's always been the only one who truly loved me. No matter what happens, I won't let anything happen to him. And as for the Jing family, they won't get away this time. Just as Leon was about to rush out and destroy them, Chairman Liu stopped him. You can't go. You're forgetting what we do here. Our job is to keep cultivators away from ordinary people. You can't just launch an assault on the Jing family. Leon snapped. Don't tell me what I can or can't do. I've been sitting here listening to your nonsense long enough. Anyone who wants to stop me can try, but I'll crush them along with the Jing family. At that moment, Miss Wu entered the room and stepped between them. Leon, calm down. Don't worry. No one's going to stop you. Leon glanced at her. What are you doing here? Miss Wu replied. We own 80% of this company's shares. That makes it our company. And I know you'll never work under anyone's authority, which is why you'd never join this organization the way they expect. So I'm offering you something better. I'm willing to give you 50% of the company's shares. As a co-owner, will you at least join us on your own terms? Leon thought for a moment, then said, fine, but I won't be bound by any rules. If I want to destroy someone, I'll do it. Miss Wu smiled. You're a co-owner now. That means you make the rules. Leon signed the company documents, sealing the deal. Miss Wu continued, don't worry. We've already rescued your father from Yanbei, and as for your family's financial crisis, my family will take care of it. Now that you've joined us, it's time we show the Jing family their place. Leon chuckled. I have to admit, you're a crazy woman. Who gives half their company to a stranger? Miss Wu looked him in the eye. I chose you for a reason, and if I had to give up my entire family estate for you, I would. This isn't just about a company anymore. She turned and glared at Hongli, who had been silently watching. How long are you going to stand there staring? Can't you see this as a conversation between a couple? Hong Li awkwardly replied. All right, director, I'll leave. Leon smirked. I didn't realize you had such status in the moral world. you've been hiding a lot. Miss Wu grinned. If we're talking about hiding things, you're the real expert, Leon asked. Where's Xingwei? I've got some unfinished business with him, Miss Wu replied. He's out partying with his friends. Please, do me one favor, don't kill any of them, Leon said casually. Don't worry, I'll only beat them until they're barely breathing. Later, outside the Heaven Hotel, Leon arrived just as Xingwei and his friends walked out. Xingwei scoffed. Looks like young Master Leon has come to beg for mercy. He must have realized his family is about to be destroyed. Leon grabbed Xingwei by the collar. I'll ask you once, were you the one who ordered the attack on my father in Yanbei? Before Xingwei could answer, one of his friends stepped in. And what if he did? What's it to you? Leon turned toward him, his voice cold. Are you in a hurry to die? When two people are talking, much shouldn't bark in between. The entire group fell silent in fear. Leon repeated his question. Tell me now. Did you order the attack on my father? Xingwei sneered. Yes, I did. And even if the attack failed, in a few days, you and your entire family will be begging outside my house. I could have broken every bone in your body already. But today, I'm in a pretty good mood. Just then, Leon launched an attack and shattered Xingwei's legs. Xingwei screamed in agony. What the hell did you just do? Leon coldly replied. Be grateful I promised someone I wouldn't kill you, otherwise, your head would have already been separated from your body. He turned around and added. You were running your mouth earlier, now it's your turn. One of the guys, trembling, said, Young Master Lionheart, I'm just a small fry. If you touch a mutt like me, you'll only dirty your hands. I'll handle it myself. Saying that, he picked up a brick and hits his own head. Leon turned back to Xingwei. Was it your father who told you to target mine, or was it your own idea? Xingwei shouted. You're insane. You broke my legs. Leon slapped him across the face. Just answer what I asked. Xingwei growled. If you're so brave, then go ahead and kill me. Leon smacked him again. Xingwei screamed. I'm not talking about slaps. Kill me, and let's see how you survive after that. Leon scoffed. You're the first fool I've met who's begging for death. Just as he was about to strike again, Yuwa ran in. Seeing her brother's condition, she cried. What have you done? Didn't you feel any mercy while beating him like this? Leon laughed. You're acting like I beat up some noble saint. I hit a man who, if he died, would lighten the burden on this planet. Here's my advice. Get lost. I don't hit women, Yuwa shouted. Even after knowing he's my brother, you hurt him this badly. If you don't apologize, I'll never see you again. Leon turned around. I've seen plenty of people live in delusion, but you take the crown. Who do you think you are? Do you really believe your presence means anything to me? You're a girl even your own family doesn't like, always begging for respect wherever you go. Honestly, not seeing you would probably make my day better, Yuwa screamed. You'll regret what you've done. Leon replied coldly. We'll see. Elsewhere, Hongli spoke to Miss Wu. Leon didn't go too far. He kept his promise and only broke his legs. Later, Yuwa brought Xingwei to the hospital. She said, the doctor said it'll take 3 months for you to recover. The less stress you take, the better. Xingwei shouted. I can't stay here. I want to see Leon and his family suffer. I want them to beg at my feet. Yuwa asked. What did you even do to make him attack you like that? I know him well. He doesn't strike without reason. Xingwei yelled. Get out. I don't owe you any explanations. Yuwa calmly said. I'm your sister. I can help you handle this if you just talk to me. It'll ease your heart. Xingwei growled. Even if you were my sister, remember this. You'll never truly be part of this family. You'll get married someday and become part of someone else's. That's why the Jing family won't even give you a manager's post. Tears welled up in Yuhua's eyes. Just because I'm a girl, you and Dad always treat me like this. But then, she remembered Miss Wu's words. She was right. I really have no patience. Just a few words from my brother, and I broke down. I shouldn't have let it get to me, she whispered. Don't worry, little brother. One day, you'll learn to believe in the power of fate. Back at the Jing residence, Xingwei's father walked in, glaring. He said to Yuhua, leave us. I need to speak with your brother alone. Once she left, he suddenly slapped Xingwei. Xingwei shouted, Dad, I want to see Leon Lionheart die. I don't care what it costs. I want him destroyed. His father roared. You think I was happy watching you get beaten in public? Do you realize what kind of shame you brought to our family? The young master of the Jing family, humiliated in broad daylight. Do you think I'm just going to sit back and do nothing? I contacted Justice Society, but they cut the call the moment they heard Leon's name. They outright refused the job. Xingwei screamed. Everyone knows Justice Society only works for money. What kind of stingy idiot wouldn't pay them? His father slapped him again. Don't forget, I'm still the head of this family. Save your tantrums for your friends. You talk big about my money, but I know the truth. Justice Society clearly has some connection to Leon. That's why they backed off. But we still have plenty of other ways to take him down, and we'll use every one of them to destroy that bastard. The scene shifts to the Tianmen mansion rooftop, where Leon is seen teaching Yulin martial techniques. Yulin, panting, says, "This is really hard to learn." Leon replies, "Don't let your mind wander, focus." After a while, Yulin groans, "This is exhausting. What's even the point of learning all this?" Suddenly, Leon slashes through the air and breaks a water tank. Leon says, "Normally, it would take 10 people to break this iron tank, but I destroyed it with just one slash mid-air. Doing this without using any martial power is nearly impossible." Yulin watches in awe. "That's amazing." Just then, someone yells, "Hey, I was in the middle of a shower. Why did the water stop?" Leon gasps, "Yulin, run. We cut the water tank. If anyone sees us, we'll get scolded for sure." Scene shifts back at the mansion. Yulin and Leon return. Yulin leans in, about to kiss him, but Leon's phone rings. It's his grandfather. Annoyed, Leon mutters, "Why is this old man calling me now?" Blushing, Yulin says, "Young master, I have to go. I've got some errands to run." Her grandfather speaks on the phone. "Leon, there's something important. You need to come home immediately." Leon responds, "If I find out you called me back for no good reason, I swear I'll smack your bald head before I leave." At the mansion, Grandpa sternly asks, "Leon, did you break Xingwei's legs?" Leon casually replies, "Yeah, that punk was messing with me, so I punished him. He's lucky I promised someone I wouldn't kill him, or I would have snapped his neck." Lei's mother shouts, "You're going to destroy this family at this rate." Leon smirks, "Weren't you grounded? How did you get out of your room?" Looks like our dear bald grandpa is playing both sides. Grandpa clenches his fists in anger but stays silent. Lei, stepping forward, says, "You offended the Jing family. They launched a financial attack against us. Our company's stock dropped 10 billion. Even if I've made mistakes, I've never caused this much damage to the family." Lei thoughts, "Until yesterday, everyone was on your side. Let's see how quickly I turn them against you." The family members start murmuring, "It's true, we suffered massive losses because of Leon." Leon counters, "You didn't lose anything because of me. You lost it because of your own stupidity. For the past 8 to 10 years, you've been draining this company from the inside. Everyone's addicted to their luxury, spending recklessly. With brains like yours running a company, it's no surprise it's crumbling, and now you're looking for someone to blame? Typical." Leon glares at them, "You only show your true colors when the mask falls off. Well, now I see who you really are. Get ready, your shock is coming soon." Meanwhile, Miss Wu examines the stock performance of the Lionheart family. She mutters, "The Jing family just made a big move. The Lionheart family's stock, which used to be worth 100 billion, has plummeted to 20 billion. If it continues to fall at this rate, they'll be completely bankrupt by noon." She quickly calls her assistant, "Start buying Lionheart family stocks immediately. I don't care what it takes. We need to deepen our ties with them." Uncle Chen hesitantly asks, "Miss, aren't you using too much of our family's power? If the head finds out you're manipulating the market, he'll be furious." Miss Wu replies confidently, "I'm not doing this for the Lionheart family. I'm doing it for Leon, and I know, whatever happens, we won't lose because of him. I'm heading over to witness this incredible drama myself." Back at the Lionheart mansion, Lei thinks to himself, "If I attack Leon now, no one will blame me." He charges forward, only for Leon to smack him and kick him right on the rear. Lei cries, "Grandpa, he hit me right in front of you, and you're not doing anything." Grandpa barks, "Shut your mouth. You'll get us all killed with your nonsense." Leon scoffs, "I don't care about your petty politics. I'm leaving." Grandpa snaps, "Not until you apologize to the Jing family. You're not going anywhere without saying sorry." Leon coldly replies, "And if I don't, what are you gonna do about it?" Grandpa gestures toward the guards outside. "You see those bodyguards? Don't make me use them." Leon narrows his eyes, "You people are pushing your luck. I'm starting to think it's time to wipe you all out." Just then, Miss Wu walks in. "Leon, why are you so angry? The show's just getting started, and you already want to end it?" Grandpa quickly welcomes her. "Miss Wu, we're honored to have you here." He thinks to himself, "If her family helps us, we might have a chance to recover." He turns to Leon, "Go ahead, Leon, offer her a seat. We should treat our guests with respect." Lei mutters, "Grandpa, you know all this mess is because of Leon. If it were me, you'd have thrown me to the Jing family already. But since it's him, you're acting all soft." Leon, irritated, says, "I've been trying to keep my cool, but you all pushed me past my limit. As long as you're alive, you'll keep causing trouble. So today, I'm ending it all." Miss Wu speaks calmly, "Leon, don't forget, you're now the owner of Overtime Corporation. Your company has one primary responsibility: maintaining the balance of power between cultivators and ordinary people. If you use your strength to wipe out the entire Lionheart family, it would be completely wrong." She urges him, "Please, remember your identity. Let them go." Leon thinks to himself, "So, Miss Wu came here just to protect these people. Either way, I shouldn't let my anger control me. After all, These people are part of Leon's family. Leon then asks, "What's the current value of the Lionheart Corporation?" Grandpa replies reluctantly, "It used to be worth 100 billion, but now it's dropped to 20 billion. Leon says without hesitation, "I'm offering 30 billion, transfer the ownership to me, right now." Lei bursts out laughing. "Where would a broke guy like you even get that kind of money?" Miss Wu steps in and says confidently, "I've already transferred the funds. And no, it's not a loan, it's a gift, from me to you." Leon nods. "Alright, the money's here, let's sign the contract." After signing, Leon declares, "The Lionheart Corporation now belongs to me, so, from here on out, none of you have the right to interfere with how I run my company." Lei scoffs. "You bought a sinking ship, sure, you own 51% and you're technically in charge, but what good is it if the whole company's doomed? Now that we've got 30 billion in our hands, our family can live comfortably for years. But what about you, Leon? It'll take you at least 10 lifetimes to repay Miss Wu." He then turns to her and says mockingly, "No matter how smart you think you are, you made a huge mistake choosing Leon. Even a normal guy wouldn't have cost you this much." Miss Wu responds with a sly smile, "We'll find out soon enough who's smart, and who's the fool." Grandpa tries to wrap things up. "Miss Wu, our little family drama is over, nothing else to see here." Miss Wu chuckles. "The show hasn't even started yet, and once it does, all of you will be left in the dark." Suddenly, the secretary rushes in. "Boss, great news! Our company stock has skyrocketed. In just 1 hour, our valuation shot back up from 20 billion to 100 billion. If this trend keeps up, we're headed for a $500 billion valuation. The Lionheart family will once again become the most powerful in the city." Shocked, Lei and Grandpa both exclaim, "What? The valuation is rising?" Miss Wu laughs. "The same company that's now approaching 500 billion, just got sold for 30 billion. Only someone like Leon could pull off a deal like this. You fools thought you made a profit?" Leon smirks. "There's no point wasting time with idiots like you. We've got work to do. We're taking the Lionheart Corporation back to the top." Grandpa tries to stop him. "Leon, wait. I need to talk to you." But Leon cuts him off. "Any shares held by Lionheart family members? I'm revoking them. I'm giving you 3 days to clear out of my company. If you parasites stay, you'll ruin it all over again. From this day forward, don't even show your faces near Lionheart Corporation." Meanwhile, we see Yuwa rushing to her father. "Dad, something terrible has happened." Jing Wei's father, irritated, responds, "You're my daughter. That alone is a disaster. What could possibly be worse than that?" Yuwa ignores the insult and explains, "Our company shares are plummeting fast. We've already lost 50 billion. Stunned, Jing Wei's father shouts, "That's impossible. The only way our shares would drop is if the Lionheart family shares started rising." Yuwa hesitates. "Actually, Dad, I forgot to tell you, Miss Wu, the daughter of Wu family, is very close with Leon. I believe her family helped boost his shares." Enraged, her father slaps her. "You idiot, and you're just telling me this now? If Miss Wu's family was behind the Lionheart rise, why didn't you tell me earlier? I told you to befriend Miss Wu. No matter what, you couldn't even manage that. All you ever do is run to me crying about your problems. But when it comes to doing something useful, you're completely useless. Honestly, every time I see your face in the morning, my entire day gets ruined." Yuwa thought to herself, "When did anyone ever tell me to become friends with Miss Wu? I made those efforts on my own." Just then, Jing Wei's father turned to her and snapped, "Yuwa, if you say one more word, I won't be able to control myself. Just sit there quietly, and stop trying to use your brain. Clearly, it's not doing any good." Yuwa sat down silently, thinking, "Is this really all because I'm a girl? Is that why I'm always the one getting blamed and humiliated?" Jing Wei chimed in, "Sis, honestly, I feel bad for you. I mean it, you're a girl, and you'll end up marrying into a good family. Once that happens, we'll benefit from the alliance, and you'll naturally help support the corporation. So why do you keep picking fights with Dad? You know how irritated he gets with you." Yuhua stood up, her eyes filled with determination. "I won't give up until I prove my worth to Dad. I'll keep working for the Jing family until he finally sees my value." Jing Wei sighed. "There's no point in decorating your words. I'll just pray that life is a little less cruel to you." Outside, Yuwa calls Leon. "I need to talk to you, it's important." She later meets Leon in a quiet park. Leon smirks. "Didn't you just say yesterday that you never wanted to see me again? And now, look at you. You couldn't even go a single day without showing up." Yuwa glares at him. "You destroyed my family, and now you're making jokes about it." Leon replies calmly, "Look, I never wanted to destroy your family, but if someone tries to ruin me, I won't just sit back and take it." Yuwa asks, "Then why is Miss Wu helping you? Under what condition did she agree?" Leon answers, "You ever heard of something called friendship? Real friendship means being willing to give your life for someone. Helping me is the least she could do." And before your overactive imagination kicks in, no, I didn't sell my body for help. Yuwa, frustrated, mutters, why can't I find a friend like that? Leon sits back and says bluntly, no offense, but you're a two-faced person. People like that don't have real friends. Yuwa, trying to keep her composure, says, Leon, I came here to tell you, I'm ready to be your girlfriend. Leon raises an eyebrow, and when exactly did I ask you to be? Yuwa replies, don't act like you didn't want it. If you walk away from destroying the Jing family, I'll become your girlfriend. Leon stands up, every time I meet you, you disappoint me. What exactly do you think makes you so special? You act like you're a rare gem, but the truth is, you're just a common street girl. There are dozens like you. Yuwa snaps, you've always wanted me to be your girlfriend, right? Well, if that's not what you want anymore, then tell me, what do you want in exchange for leaving the Jing family alone? Leon smirks, now that's a good question. If you can get me 51% of the Jing family's shares, then I'll walk away. Yuwa shouts, you're asking for too much. That's impossible. How am I supposed to hand over ownership of the company to you? As he begins to walk away, Leon says coldly, then why did you even come here to talk? And next time you come to me, make sure you have the authority to back up your words. When you bring nothing to the table, there's no point in having a conversation. Scene now shift to the Overtime Corporation headquarters. Chairman Lucian reported, Miss Wu, Leon was just spotted meeting with Yuwa. Miss Wu calmly responded, oh really? That's so? Chairman Lucian continued, as far as I know, you're quite fond of Leon. Doesn't it bother you that he was just seen with another girl? Miss Wu replied, that's not important right now. What I want to know is Uncle safe? Lucian nodded, yes, he was attacked, but we managed to save him just in time. He's on his way back now. But Miss Wu, if Leon did meet with Yuwa, then it's almost certain they talked about the Jin Corporation. If Leon sides with them, don't you think all your efforts will go to waste? Miss Wu responded confidently, you really think I haven't considered that possibility? I know exactly what he's doing right now. Lucian asked, then why haven't you said anything to him? After what happened recently, your father is furious. He believes our family is gaining nothing by getting involved with either the Lionheart or Jing families. Miss Wu smiled slightly, let him be angry. I'll handle him. As for Leon, I know he'll walk away with solid profits from the Jing family. He just made one mistake. He should have met with Jing Wei, not Yuwa. I'll deal with that once his father returns. Chairman Lucian chuckled. I knew it. You really do care about Leon. Suddenly, Hong Li entered the room, alarmed. Chairman, we have a situation. The Jing family has hired the White Lotus Sect Saintus. From what we know, Leon and his family will be attacked soon. Chairman Lucian's expression darkened. If Leon is targeted, who's going to protect him? Deploy guards around his family right now. Meanwhile, Jing Wei's father sat in a restaurant, speaking with Brother Lu. Brother Lu, we've been friends for years. You already know the trouble my company's facing. Can you help me deal with Wu family? The moment he mentioned Wu family, Brother Lu hung up the phone, frustrated. Jing Wei's father muttered, all my so-called friends turned out to be cowards. I helped every one of them, but now that I need help, no one's willing to stand by me. It's all because of that damn Wu family. Their influence is so powerful that no one wants to go against them. He paused and then decided, looks like I'll have to ask old Wang for help. He picked up the phone. Brother Wang, I'm ready to accept your terms. Can we meet tomorrow? Bring your son. I'll bring Yuwa. I'm sure my daughter will win your son over. Just then, Saintus walked in and sat beside him. She said, Mr. Jing, I have to admit, you've already given me a hefty advance. Mr. Jing replied, that was just for the prep. I'll pay even more once the job is done. Saintus asked, and how much do you think it'll take to get this job done? Mr. Jing said, I want the Lionheart family eliminated, completely. For that, I'll pay you $50 million, and if you accept one more thing, I'll even double your fee. Saintus laughed, just meeting me costs $10 million. You think I'll do the job for $50 million? At least I want to. Mr. Zheng's eyes widened. You're asking for $200 million? She smirked. Actually, I was talking about $2 billion. That's what it'll cost to wipe out the Lionheart family. Every last one of them. And Mr. Zheng, weren't you also asking about another kind of service? He nodded. I'm willing to pay even more than $2 billion for that. Saintus leaned in. I don't want your money. I want your life. The very thought of asking for that kind of service could have cost you your life. You're lucky you're my client. I'm letting you off for now, but transfer the money by tomorrow morning, or forget the Lionheart family. Your family will be wiped out first. Later, Mr. Jing summoned Yuwa, preparing her to meet with the Wang family. Yuwa said, Dad, the Wang family is demanding far too much just to protect us. We don't have to agree to their conditions. Mr. Jing responded sternly, good thing we're in a restaurant, or I would have slapped you right here. Just do what I told you, no need to use your brain. Honestly, if I weren't around, your fate wouldn't be much different from that useless waitress. Right now, you still have options. But at that time, you were just living to survive. And don't forget, and if this company was in your hands, the condition of its employees would also be no less than that of servants. At that moment, the Wang family arrived. Mr. Jing greeted them politely. Mr. Wang, it's a pleasure to meet you. Mr. Wang smiled. So this is Yuwa? She was just a child when I last saw her. Look how much she's grown. Wang Xiao, what are you waiting for? Go greet your uncle. Wang Xiao stepped forward and said, Uncle, it's an honor to meet you. And you too, Yuwa. Just then, the waitress serving them accidentally spilled water on Wang Xiao. Panicked, the waitress apologized. I'm so sorry, sir. Wang Xiao reassured her. It's all right, you may go. Mr. Jing chuckled. Wang Xiao, you're remarkably calm. If even a few drops had spilled on Jing Wei, he would have turned this entire restaurant upside down. But you let her off so easily. Wang Xiao replied, Uncle, even if that waitress worked her entire life, she wouldn't be able to afford these clothes. So why should I lash out? She's already ruined my outfit. If I ruin my mood too, she'll never be able to compensate for that. That's why I let people like her go. Mr. Jing nodded approvingly. Brother Wang, your son has a bright future. I've rarely seen someone so composed and sharp at such a young age. Mr. Wang added, Brother, we should move on to the main topic. After all, we're here to bring the kids together. Wang Xiao said confidently. There's nothing to consider. I've got no issues with Yuwa. If you want us to get married tomorrow, I'm ready. Honestly, we had some doubts at first, but for Yuwa, we're willing to compromise. A 51% stake in the Jing Corporation would be enough for us. Mr. Jing frowned. Don't you think that's too much? You're asking for control over our entire company. Wang Xiao replied. No, uncle, that's not the case. If this was our first negotiation, we wouldn't have asked for that. But now, the entire company is under threat from Wu family. Who knows if your Jing Corporation will even survive till morning? Based on that, we're actually asking for very little. But fine, for Yuhua's sake, we'll go lower. We just want 40%, but not a percent less. Irritated, Yuhua snapped. Shut your mouth. I'm not some item you can put a discount tag on. And when did I ever agree to marry you? Mr. Jing said angrily. Yuhua, what are you saying? She replied defiantly. You can't silence me anymore, Dad. And you, Wang Xiao, listen carefully. I don't like you at all. I'd rather marry anyone else, but I will never marry someone like you. And if you all still have even a shred of self-respect left, don't follow me. Saying this, Yuhua stormed out of the restaurant. As she stepped outside, she pulled out her phone and called Leon. Leon, are you free tonight? I'll be waiting for you at the gang hotel. Later, Yuhua arrived at the gang hotel and said to herself, meeting Leon was the best decision I made. And now, I finally know what I have to do. Just then, she received a call from her brother, Jing Wei, who yelled, Are you out of your mind? You've only ever asked for one thing. Your place in the Jing Corporation. And today, when we're willing to offer your future husband a 40% stake, you're refusing. By turning down the Wang family, you're destroying our corporation. Yuhua calmly replied. I know exactly what I'm doing. You're still a child, so stay in your lane. Jing Wei yelled again. Wait, are you meeting that guy Leon right now? Even if our corporation falls apart, there's no way we'll ever ask him for help. She ended the call. Right then, Leon arrived. Miss Yuhua, if anyone finds out I came to a hotel to meet you, my name will be dragged through the mud. Mind telling me why you called me here of all places? Yuhua smiled. I'm not here to talk about business tonight. Come, let's have a drink. Leon looked shocked. Are you really Yuhua? You never talk without a purpose. Yuhua replied. Look, I'm ready to offer you 10% of the shares. Leon raised an eyebrow. Oh, so now you finally have the authority to talk? Sitting beside him, Yuhua said. Yes, I can now make my own decisions. Leon said. Look, no offense, but 10% is way too low. Yuhua teased. What if I offer myself with the 10%? Leon shoved her back, startled. Have you lost your mind? You must be drunk. You can't be the real Yuhua. Yuhua said seriously. I'm not joking. If you agree to the 10%, I'll be yours too. And with that, she kissed him. Leon whispered, even so, I still want 20%. Yuhua smiled. Fine, then we have a deal. That's when a spicy moment sparked between Leon and Yuhua. Later, Leon asked, does your dad know you're here with me? Yuhua answered, no, he's probably still sitting with those foolish Wang family people. To be honest, I've given up on my family. No matter how much I ask, they'll never give me what I want. Just don't forget your promise. Leon, I've made a big bet on you. Just then, Leon made a call and said, Jia Fang, everything's settled with the Jing family. I took 20% of their company and resolved the matter. As soon as the call ended, Yuhua threw her arms around Leon, and their spicy moment continued once again. Meanwhile, Yuhua's father was frantically trying to reach her. Mr. Jing turned to Mr. Wang and said, I'm sorry, Brother Wang. Yuhua was in a bit of a mood, so she left. Wang Xiao smiled and replied, It's all right, uncle, we're all family now. After all, we understand each other. Just know that the next time we sit at this table, we won't be settling for 40%, Mr. Jing, clearly irritated, muttered. The Wang family really are bastards. There's no point in expecting anything from them. Looks like I'll have to call in help from Saintus. He transferred 2 billion and said, "It's time to act." Saintus received the transfer and muttered, "The time has come to get to work." A man approached her and asked, "Lily, are you really planning to attack the Lionheart family?" Saintus replied, "Yeah, what's the problem? Everyone else in that family is weak, except for Leon Lionheart." The man warned her, "You know he alone is enough to wipe us all out, right? He's already taken out 2 of our elders. If you pick a fight with him, you're only setting yourself up for disaster." Saintus snapped, "Brother Big Dog, sometimes I don't understand how a coward like you ended up being chosen as acting head by our elders. Not only are you short in height, but your courage is microscopic too. We have plenty of powerful people on our side. You think Leon can take us all on alone? Besides, we need money to run our syndicate. That damned overtime corporation is breathing down our necks. They're working overtime just to destroy us. Without money, we can't even survive among our allies. So if you're not going to help attack Leon, then tell me, how the hell else are we supposed to earn?" Big Dog replied cautiously, "I don't know if we'll collapse from lack of funds, but if we go up against Leon Lionheart, we will be destroyed." Saintus scoffed, "You really are a coward. If I hadn't promised our elders to recognize you as acting head, I would have taken you out right here." The next day, Leon stepped out of the hotel, wincing, "My back is killing me." Just then, he got a message from Hongli. Reading it, he said, "The Lionheart family is in danger. I have to return to the company immediately." Hongli saw him and remarked with a smirk, "Looks like you had quite the night. Too bad you have to get back to work so early." Leon said, "I'm the owner of this company now, and you're still keeping tabs on me?" Hongli responded calmly, "It's our job to monitor every powerful figure, and you happen to be the most powerful man in our territory. Don't worry, we won't say a word to Miss Wu about your personal life." Leon sat down and asked, "So, did you already inform them that the Lionheart family is about to be attacked? What's the situation?" Hongli replied, "We started taking action this morning. We've deployed our cleanup crew to remove any trash around the Lionheart family." Leon nodded, "That's good to hear." Hongli continued, "There are many benefits to working at the Overtime Corporation. To this day, no family member of our employees has ever been harmed. And now that you're our owner, imagine the damage to our reputation if anything happens to your family." Leon asked, "Where's Jiafang?" Hongli replied, "I don't know. The last time we spoke, she asked me when your father would return to the city, then she left." Leon thought aloud, "So, she must have gone to pick him up. Do you know when my father's flight lands?" Hongli answered, "By now, they're probably on their way home. Don't worry, we've placed people on security detail for them." Leon shook his head, "They're not capable enough to stop the White Lotus sect. I'm sure the Jing family hired assassins specifically to kill my father." Meanwhile, Miss Wu was riding back home with Leon's father. They were discussing Leon when they noticed a suspicious car tailing them. Uncle Chen, who was driving, warned, "Miss, please hold on tight. I'm about to speed up." He stepped on the accelerator and swerved, ramming into one of the cars. "They really thought they could catch my car when they were still playing with toy cars. I was drifting through city streets. That's why we won." Just then, Saintus appeared and launched a flurry of needle attacks. To protect them, Uncle Chen jumped out of the car and said, "Miss, take Mr. Leon's father home. I'll hold them off." Saintus laughed mockingly. "Oh, so you think you can stop us? Last time, even with Jiahu's help, you couldn't do anything. What do you expect to do alone?" Leon's father yelled, "Who the hell are you people? Our Lionheart family has never offended any martial sect. Why are you attacking us?" Saintus replied coldly, "You're absolutely right. We have no personal grudge against you, but we've sunk so low for money. We actually took a contract to wipe out your entire family, and we're starting with you." Miss Wu urgently told Uncle that all the attackers were from the White Lotus sect, hired by the Jing family to assassinate him. Saintus calmly added that she personally hadn't even wanted to attack him, but she had been offered $2 billion for his life. She coldly stated that he might only have 10 years left to live anyway, so whether he died now or later didn't really matter. At least someone would get paid. Turning to Miss Wu, she said, "As for you, girl, this isn't your fight, but if you interfere, I can't guarantee your safety." Miss Wu scoffed and replied sharply that people as powerful as Saintus weren't even allowed to mop the floors in her household. "You think you can scare me? Jiahu, come out already and teach her a lesson. I know you've been secretly watching all of this." Just then, Jiahu appeared with his men. He stepped forward and declared that he still had a score to settle with Saintus, and today he would end it. Saintus sneered and said, "So you're all lining up to get beat again? If you want a real fight, call Leon. You two won't get anything done on your own." Jiahu turned to Uncle Chen and said that Saintus was clearly underestimating the Jini sect. Last time, she had ambushed them with a sneak attack, But this time, things would be different. Before he could finish, Saintis launched her needles at them. Jiahu charged forward, saying her artifacts couldn't save her forever. Meanwhile, Uncle Chen launched a surprise strike from below, but Saintis dodged both attacks effortlessly. Jiahu shouted that they wouldn't even let her touch the ground, so how could she keep dodging? But in the next instant, Saintis drove a needle clean through his body, staggering back. Jiahu groaned, "She's too dangerous, she tricked me again." Saintis then hurled a needle straight at Uncle Chen, and struck him as well. Uncle Chen gasped in pain, realizing that her real level was far higher than theirs. He finally understood why none of them could lay a finger on her. Jiahu shouted desperately, "Jia Fan, get out of here, now! She's way stronger than anyone from our sect." Saintis, however, laughed and said, "I already gave you your chance to run. Now that you're still here, every last one of you is going to die." Just before she could land a blow on Miss Wu, Leon arrived and blocked the attack. Leon stepped forward with calm fury and said, "This is Yadong City. Here, not even the wind moves without my permission. What made you think you could touch my family? Now you should start worrying about how you're going to survive." Saintis mocked him. "If this were a dialogue competition, you'd win. But this is about power." Leon took a step forward. "In both dialogue and power, you're no match for me." He declared that he would dig her grave here and now, and then go after the entire Jing family. Uncle Chen warned him to be careful. Her needles are extremely powerful. But Leon caught one of Saintis's needles and threw it back, saying, "These needles, they're nothing but toys, and toys can't hurt anyone." Shock swept across Saintis's face as her own needle was flung past her body. Are you at the inner level?" Leon smirked and said, "Took you long enough to figure that out." Saintis suddenly felt overwhelmed by his power. She couldn't believe someone this powerful existed in this region. "As far as I knew, Yadong City only had weaklings." Leon began preparing his next attack and reminded her, "You can't even leave this city without my permission." Saintis panicked and thought to herself, "I need to do something, or he's going to kill me." In a desperate move, she threw an attack toward Miss Wu. To protect her, Leon held back his own counterattack. Watching this unfold, Big Dog couldn't help but mutter, "I have to admit, this boy even shocked me. In 1,000 years, he's the first one to reach the innate realm. Could this mean the forbidden energy is about to return?" Nearby, Uncle Lionheart looked stunned. "Is that really my son Leon? He was never this powerful." Leon turned and shouted at Miss Wu, "Are you out of your mind? Don't you know my family is under attack? Why would you go with my dad?" Just then, Miss Wu began dramatically pretending to cry. She said she was trying her best to win Leon's affection, but it was obvious he only liked that awful young woman. Approaching Leon's father, she asked with exaggerated sorrow, "Uncle, why is your son so mean to me?" Leon's father responded reassuringly, "Don't worry, I'll fix this scoundrel." Leon immediately protested, "Miss Wu, we're just friends. Why are you putting on an act in front of my dad?" His father raised a brow and said sternly, "Oh, you were just showing off your strength. Let me show you mine now." He added that no one in their Lionheart family had ever cheated in relationships, and he wouldn't tolerate it starting now. Flexing his muscles, he said, "Now let's see what you have to say." Leon sighed and tried to defend himself. "Dad, she's lying. There's nothing going on between us." Miss Wu pouted and replied that this was his punishment for meeting other girls without asking her first. Leon's father nodded in agreement. "I know you're strong, but the least you can do is pretend." Leon played along, clutching his side. "Dad, that really hurt." Miss Wu turned to Leon's father and gushed, "You truly are the best uncle in the whole world. Sometimes I wonder how such a good man ended up with a son like him." Leon muttered, "Miss Wu, you're talking way too much." Still acting, Miss Wu pointed to Leon and said, "See, he's doing it again." Leon's father moved in and smacked him on the head. "Never talk to girls like that." Leon protested, "Dad, I'm serious. We're really just friends." His father gave him a knowing look and said, "Listen, I know exactly what girls like, and you've got it all, so of course girls will flock to you, but I only want one person in this house. Miss Wu, keep the rest away." Leon sighed in resignation. "All right, Dad, there's no point explaining. I'll just go along with what you want." Leon's father smiled and said, "Great, then let me make it official. Jia Fang will be the daughter-in-law of our family. Let's go home." Leon groaned inwardly, wondering what kind of lies Miss Wu had told his father during the walk. No matter how hard he tried, he knew his dad wasn't going to believe a word he said anymore. Meanwhile, Jiahu, heartbroken and teary-eyed, thought to himself, "My childhood crush just betrayed me, right in front of me." Leon spotted him and called out, "Jiahu, I'm glad you're here. I needed to talk to you." Jiahu, still bitter, replied coldly, "I don't want to talk. You already took everything from me, and now you want a conversation?" Leon sighed and said, "Your attitude is exactly why Jia Fang doesn't like you, but let's be clear, I came here for something important. I need some vital information. Jiahu scoffed. You're the owner of Overtime Corporation, and you're asking me for information? What could I possibly know that you don't? Leon explained. There are things being hidden from me, things that the company will never reveal to me directly. That's why I need to ask you. Jiahu folded his arms and said bluntly, I'm not your servant. I'm not telling you anything. Without hesitation, Leon picked up a rock and threw it straight through a metal plate, piercing it with ease. He then looked Jiahu dead in the eyes and said, your body isn't tougher than that metal, is it? So are you going to talk, or should I try the same thing on you? Jiahu flinched as Leon threw a fierce punch, but it wasn't aimed at him. Instead, Leon struck someone standing behind Jiahu. Shocked, Jiahu realized Leon had sensed the hidden threat. Leon narrowed his eyes at the stranger and muttered, this guy's stronger than Saintus. Who the hell are you? The man introduced himself with a smirk. I had a feeling Lily wouldn't stand a chance against you. I told her not to fight you, but she didn't listen. He bowed slightly. Brother Leon, let me introduce myself. I'm Big Dog, acting head of the White Lotus sect. Drawing his sword, Leon said, so Saintus left, and now you've shown up? Too bad you won't be as lucky as her. You're not getting out of here. But Big Dog raised his hands in surrender. You're misunderstanding. I didn't come to fight. The truth is, we actually have the same goal. Leon looked skeptical. What are you getting at? Big Dog handed him a card. Here, this card has the address where you'll find Lily and their allies. Leon frowned. You're betraying your own sect? You came here to have Saintus killed? How can I trust you? He added sharply, you're from White Lotus. For all I know, this could be a trap. Big Dog calmly explained, there are two factions within the White Lotus sect. One is led by Saintus Lily, and she'll never let me become the leader. She's the biggest thorn in my path, so I want to remove her permanently. He looked Leon in the eye. She's your problem now too. If we kill her together, it benefits us both. Unlike her, I don't pick fights with powerful people. Befriending someone like you would be a major advantage for my future. Big Dog turned to leave and said, I've shown you my sincerity by giving you this address. Don't ruin it by showing me what your true colors are through betrayal. Just then, Leon suddenly stepped forward and delivered a powerful kick straight to Big Dog. Stumbling back, Big Dog shouted, Leon, why did you attack me out of nowhere? Are you seriously planning to make an enemy out of the White Lotus sect? Leon snapped, the right to call me brother belongs only to my friends. People like you don't qualify. My father raised me better than to tolerate this kind of manipulation. He glared at Big Dog and continued, what made you think you could just show up, say whatever you wanted, and expect me to obey like your servant? You were about to walk away without even asking for my permission. Did you really think I'd let that slide? Big Dog asked cautiously. What are you trying to say? Leon's voice hardened. In this world, only power and influence matter. The more power you have, the more respect you command. And you're nothing more than a sewer rat compared to me. Yet you had the audacity to speak to me like you were my superior? He added coldly, you're lucky I only kicked you. If I'd really wanted to kill you, you wouldn't still be breathing. Count your blessings. Big Dog, shaken, thought to himself, he's right. He's way too powerful. I shouldn't have messed with someone like him. Swallowing his pride, he bowed his head and said, please forgive me. I shouldn't have acted arrogant in front of you, Lord Leon. Still, I wish to form an alliance with you. I've already given you the address, but I also have other secrets you'll want to know. He leaned closer and whispered, do you know why Earth's energy has weakened so drastically? It used to be one of the most powerful realms, but we can still bring that energy back. I believe, with your help, we can revive it. Big Dog stepped back and added, I've said what I came to say. I'll take my leave now. Leon stopped him immediately. Did I give you permission to leave? You're doing the same thing again, saying your piece and trying to walk off. He narrowed his eyes and said, normally, I'm far too busy to deal with trivial things. But your White Lotus sect has repeatedly wasted my time, and time is money. Leon calculated aloud. After everything, I'd say you owe me at least 10 million for the inconvenience. You're the acting head of the White Lotus sect, right? I'm sure you have the funds. He crossed his arms and said calmly, I know you don't want to become my enemy, so transfer the money now. Big Dog growled, Lord Leon, don't you think you're taking it too far? Leon smirked, yeah, I am. What are you going to do about it? Fight me? You know I own Overtime Corporation, right? If I take you there, you'll be treated like a special guest. Should I inform them that you're here? Leon's voice turned cold. Once they find out, you'll never escape. You'll rot in a cell for the rest of your life. Big Dog immediately caved and transferred the money. Please, don't tell Overtime Corporation about me. We're already in deep trouble because of them. If they show up, we won't have any chance of survival. Leon chuckled. Well, at least you're smarter than that fool Saintus. Big Dog nodded and said, this card doesn't require a password. It contains 10 million. I hope that next time we meet, it's as friends. Jiahu, who had been quietly observing, turned to Leon and asked, Leon, if you're so powerful, why do you care so much about money? Most masters like you don't even think about it. Leon replied flatly, even if I tried to explain, you wouldn't understand, so I won't bother. As he turned away, Leon thought to himself, it's been a while since I visited Yulin. I wonder what she's up to. He made his way to Tianmen Mansion. There, he spotted Yulin, training alone. Watching her, Leon couldn't help but admire her. Impressive. In such a short time, she's already become a half-stage grandmaster. If she had more energy around her, she'd be even stronger by now. The deity world barely has such breakthroughs. At the same time, Yulin was deep in thought during her training. Young master is so powerful. If I want to stay by his side forever, I'll have to become just as strong. Otherwise, I'll only hold him back. Leon stepped closer and spoke. You're moving your sword too forcefully. Honestly, you shouldn't rely so much on your brain while using it. Let your hands guide the direction. Feel as if your sword and your body are one. Yulin sighed and said, You've told me that so many times already, young master. No matter how hard I try, I just can't get it right. Leon replied with encouragement. Mastering this takes others years. You've learned more than most in just a few days. If you could master it this quickly, you wouldn't be a genius. You'd be a monster. Yulin smiled softly and said, Honestly, I don't care about being a genius. I just want to stay with you. Leon looked at her sincerely and said, I want the same. That's why your growth matters. Soon, we'll resolve everything here. After that, we'll head to a new place, to settle scores with new enemies. He added with a calm smile, but for now, don't worry, we still have plenty of time before that day comes. Just then, we see Lei and his mother arriving outside the building. Lei points upward and says, Mom, this is the place. This is where that bastard Leon's living with Yulin. You can hand a worm the keys to heaven, but it'll still crawl in the sewer. That idiot's still living here even after becoming the owner of Lionheart Corporation. His mother wrinkles her nose in disgust. Hurry up. I can barely breathe in this dump. How does Leon even live in a place this filthy? They march upstairs and arrive at Leon's residence. Inside, Leon turns to Yulin with a smile and says, I'm really impressed with your progress. Keep putting in effort like this, and you'll definitely master the technique one day. Yulin beams back at him. I'll do whatever it takes to make you proud, young master. Just then, Lei's mother bursts in with a sneer. Seriously? You two are shameless, talking about stuff like this out in the open. Have you no dignity left? Leon's smile fades. Shameless? You've got some nerve showing up here after everything. Just spit it out. What do you want? Lei's mom responds smugly. We're your guests. Aren't you even going to invite us in? Honestly, there's no one more disgraceful in our Lionheart family than you. Leon shrugs. Guests? Sorry, I don't see any guests here. Just a couple of pests who aren't welcome in my home. Yulin steps forward, whispering, maybe we should talk inside. Young master. Leon shakes his head. No, Yulin, they don't deserve that kind of respect. These shameless people, I bought out their company just a few days ago, and now that the stock prices are up, they've come begging for shares. Lei's mom scowls. Don't forget, the family head has returned. You better hand those shares back. It'll be in your best interest. Leon chuckles. Don't try to threaten me with my father. I know him better than you ever will. The shares are mine. I bought them fair and square from you people. You sold them for pennies. You've got no claim left. Lei cuts in angrily. You're part of the Lionheart family. Everything you own belongs to us. Now stop the nonsense and hand over half the shares. He sneers. What's the point of money when you're living in this crappy apartment with these lowlifes? Even if you inherited my father's good blood, you've still got that servant's dirty blood in you. You don't even deserve to stand in front of me. Still, I'm willing to talk, out of respect for our family. Before he could say another word, Yulin storms up and slaps Lei across the face. Lei stares at her, shocked. A maid? How dare you slap me? Yulin slaps him again and shouts. I work for the young master, not for trash like you. If you dare speak to him that way again, a slap will be the least of your problems. I'll break your face next. Lei bursts into tears. Mom, she hit me. Is that what I've come to? Even a maid dares slap me now? His mom, furious, grabs Leon by the collar. How dare you let someone slap my son? Looks like I'll have to teach you a lesson myself. Leon watches it all unfold with a grin. Yulin really nailed it today. If she had thrown in a few more slaps, it would have been perfect. It's great to see she's not scared like before. As her young master, it's my responsibility to support her courage. Suddenly, Leon grabs both Lei and his mother by their collars and smirks. You realize we're standing on the 16th floor, right? If someone were to fall from here, they wouldn't have any bones left intact. Lei's mom panics. Are you trying to kill us in broad daylight? Leon laughs. Kill you? Why would I? Your family. After all, I'm just showing you what it feels like to fall from the 16th floor. Without another word, Leon leaps off the 16th floor with them in his grip. As they plummet, he calls out calmly, Relax, I've got you. At most, you'll break a few bones. Moments later, he tosses both of them into a car. As he slams the door shut, Leon says to the driver, "Once you're home, tell Dad to keep these two under control. If I lose my temper again, they'll never make it back home. I've already taught them a lesson. I doubt they'll dare come back here again. But just in case, make sure Dad gets the message." The driver nods. "Yes, young master, I'll let him know." As he drives off, he thinks to himself, "I saw him jump from the 16th floor with those two, and they're alive. How is that even possible? All these years, I thought of Leon as some spoiled rich brat, but now, I see how truly powerful he is. I won't make the mistake of underestimating him again." Back inside, Yulin looks worried. "Was that punishment really enough for them, young master?" Leon reassures her, "Don't worry, their nights won't be peaceful anymore. It'll take years for them to recover from this trauma, and hopefully, this is the last time they'll ever try to mess with us." He looks out the window and adds with a soft smile, "Every time they think about coming near us again, they'll remember the 16th floor." He turns to Yulin, "You should go rest now. I've got something to take care of." Leon got into a taxi and headed to the address Big Dog had given him. As he arrived, he muttered to himself, "I've lived for thousands of years, and after gaining so much experience, I've learned one thing: if you possess absolute power, no trap or trick can truly harm you." Big Dog had sent him here to eliminate Saintess Lily's allies, so he could secure his position in the White Lotus sect. But Leon knew the sect was filled with corrupt people. Trusting anyone in a place like that was the height of foolishness. Meanwhile, Mr. Jing was yelling, "Saintess, you told me the Lionheart family would be finished by this morning, but they're still alive and well, living their lives like nothing happened. Is this how you work after taking payment?" Saintess replied calmly, "I didn't know the Lionheart family was being protected by Overtime Corporation. Just give me a little more time, the job will get done." Jing Wei shouted back, "More time? Maybe I can give you time, but do you think the market will? Don't assume I'll spare you just because you have a pretty face. If Jing Corporation suffers any damage, I'll make you pay. And if you can't compensate with money, you'll pay with your body." Saintess's expression hardened. "So, that's your idea of compensation? You dare place your hand on my leg just to make your point? You know, the last man who tried that did it 3 years ago. If you want to meet him now, you'd have to dig 7 feet underground." At that moment, Mr. Jing pushed Jing Wei aside and shouted, "Have you lost your mind? You want to mess with Saintess Lily, and risk getting our entire family wiped out?" Jing Wei scoffed, "Dad, when did you start respecting women like they're your sisters? She's just another girl, and the Jing family doesn't bow to women." Mr. Jing tried to defuse the situation. "Saintess, don't mind his words. He's a fool. Please, let it go. I'll increase the price. Just forgive him this once." But Saintess glared coldly at them. "I hate men with this kind of mentality." She suddenly remembered the time, 3 years ago, when she worked for her master. Tears welled up in her eyes as she recalled, "Master, I looked up to you like a father. So why did you do all those things to me?" Her master replied coldly, "You should know, the White Lotus sect is a legacy of our family. Every woman working in the sect is expected to serve us. Becoming a saintess doesn't mean taking on outside duties. That's for the men. Your only role is to please your master." Grabbing his collar, Saintess demanded, "But why? Why would you do this, when you already had plenty of women?" Her master struck her and said, "You have a beautiful face. If not for that, you would never have been allowed in the White Lotus sect. Before your father died, he asked me to look after you, and that's exactly what I've done. Remember, to a real man, women are just objects meant to bring pleasure. You don't have any worth beyond that. The sooner you understand that, the better for you." Back in the present, Saintess spoke coldly, "You remind me exactly of the man I hate the most. So answer me honestly. Do you only like me because of my face? If not, I'll kill you." Trembling, Jing Wei stammered, "Yes, you're beautiful, but I swear, I've never had any bad thoughts. I see you like a goddess." But even as he said it, he thought to himself, "This is the first time a woman has ever made me afraid. One wrong answer, and I'm dead." Saintess turned to Mr. Jing, "Your son looks down on me, so tell me, what should I do with him? A real man stands by his words. Why can't your son do the same?" Mr. Jing pleaded, "Saintess, please, I'll give you 100 million. Just spare him." Saintess sneered, 100 million? That's way too little. Looks like both father and son severely underestimate me. Maybe your son was right. You really don't value women at all." Mr. Jing raised the offer. "Fine, I'll give you 1 billion. Just let him go." Saintess began walking away. "Good. I do need money, otherwise, this conversation wouldn't have ended with just money." But as she said that, she turned around and attacked, breaking Jing Wei's balls with one swift move. Mr. Jing screamed, "What have you done? You promised you wouldn't kill him, but now you've destroyed his future." Saintess replied coldly, "I promised not to kill him, and I haven't, but teaching him a lesson was necessary. Now, maybe he'll become a better person, Leon had been silently watching and thought to himself, she's ruthless, but I kind of like that about her. Just then, Leon noticed another car pulling up. He narrowed his eyes. Looks like this family drama is about to get even more intense. As the car door opened, Yuwa stepped out and said, "This is where Jingwei's car was last tracked. I'm sure he and Dad are here. Today is the day I take full responsibility, no matter what it costs me." Inside, a man reported to Saintis, "Ma'am, a girl is trying to get in." Saintis responded, "Do I need to explain everything myself? No one gets in, end her, and make sure the job is clean." At that very moment, Mr. Zheng's eyes widened in recognition. The girl entering, "That's Yuwa." Mr. Zheng pleaded, "Saintis, please, don't do anything. She's my daughter." Saintis Lily responded coldly, "Mr. Zheng, didn't you say only you and your son were coming? Then how did your daughter suddenly make this wild card entrance? If anyone else shows up after this, I'll eliminate them without asking you first." Just then, Yuwa stepped in confidently and said, "I didn't come here with my father's permission. I came by my own will. I don't need anyone's approval to act." Saintis Lily smirked, "Mr. Zheng, I have to say, I really like your daughter. In my opinion, she's far more capable than your son." Mr. Zheng, clearly irritated, snapped, "Let me show you just how capable she is." He slapped Yuhua and scolded her, "Why did you come here? I told you to stay away. Dangerous matters like this aren't for girls to handle. You're being reckless." Yuhua stood her ground, "Dad, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not backing down this time. Listen, Saintis Lily, I'm the eldest daughter of the Jing family, and the future head of our corporation. I don't know what deals were made between you and my father, but I'm telling you this, protect the Jing corporation, and I'll give you 10% of our shares." Saintis Lily replied calmly, "My name is Lily, Saintis of the White Lotus Sect. Miss Yuhua, I have to admit, your offer is impressive, but think about it, your whole family is standing here in front of me. I could simply wipe you out and take over everything myself. Why would I settle for just 10%? Mr. Jing stepped forward in a panic. "Please, Saintis, calm down. We're just a small family business. You won't gain much by attacking us. Whatever Yuhua promised you, we're willing to give. Just please don't harm us." Then, turning angrily to his daughter again, he slapped her. "You've cost us everything by showing up. Do you even realize how much damage you've caused? Our company's valuation was nearly $180 billion. 10% of that is $18 billion. I had negotiated for just $2 billion. If you can't even handle simple calculations, how do you expect to lead the company?" He pointed toward her injured brother. "Go, take him to the hospital immediately, and stay out of my sight before I do something I'll regret." Yuhua's voice trembled, but her words were strong. "You know, Dad, when I look back at my life, all I see is humiliation. I've always topped every exam, always did my best, just to make you proud. Jingwei barely passed, and I excelled, but you never once smiled because of me. In college, people used to say that even if I touched dirt, it would turn to gold, but you dragged me down so far, I lost faith in myself. Tell me, why can't you ever trust me? Is it because I'm a girl, or is it simply because you already have my replacement?" She lowered her gaze, then raised it with determination. "Fine, Dad. I'll do what you say." One last time. Suddenly, Jingwei shouted at her, throwing a kin in anger, "What's wrong with you? Do you have thorn on your feet or something? Everything happening here is your fault. You always claim you want to help the family, but when the real moment came, you fled from the Wang family. Look at me now. This is all because of you. I'm sure Dad did something wrong in his past to deserve a daughter like you." Yuhua's voice turned cold. "I came here thinking I'd change my mind after seeing all of you, but you just proved I was right. Jingwei, I hope you become a better person in your next life." With that, she stabbed him. As he collapsed, Yuhua turned to her father and said, "Dad, you've never trusted me because you had a replacement, him, but now that he's gone, who else will you rely on?" Mr. Jing screamed, "What have you done? He was your own brother." Saintis Lily began clapping slowly. "This girl, she's just like me, or maybe even more ruthless. I killed the man who raised me because he tried to use me for something disgusting, but he wasn't my blood. This girl, she killed her own brother. She's officially my favorite now." Yuhua, now in tears, turned to her father. "Dad, do you believe in me now? I'm more capable than Jingwei ever was. I promise I won't disappoint you." Saintis Lily approached her. "Sister, would you like to join the White Lotus Sect? For people like you, our doors are always open." Mr. Zheng, still weeping, said, "To destroy the Lionheart family. I don't need your help anymore. I have nothing left to gain. I'm going home, with my son." Saintis Lily stopped him. "You two can go home, but your daughter, she's not going anywhere." Leon, who had been watching silently, thought to himself, "Yuhua staying here isn't good. She's full of hate, and this girl, Lily, she might turn her into something even more dangerous. Normally I wouldn't care about any of this, but Yuhua is mine, and I won't let anyone take what's mine." Just then, Leon stepped in. Lily, that's enough drama for one day. Mr. Jing just lost his son. If you take his daughter too, he'll have no reason left to live. You can't be that cruel, not to a father. Saintess Lily turned toward Leon Lionheart and said, I'm not interfering in your family's matters, so why are you getting involved in my business with the Jing family? Leon replied calmly, because I have the power to interfere, and for your information, I own 20% of Jing Corporation. As a partner, it's my responsibility to care about my fellow partner's mental health. That's why I'm saying, you can't take Yuwa with you. Saintess narrowed her eyes and said, I thought you came here to fight us, to wipe out the entire White Lotus sect. Leon smirked and said, if killing was my intention, I would have done it back at the market, but unfortunately, I'm still the CEO of Overtime Company, and my company's principle is never to kill. As the owner, I can't break my own rules. That's the only reason you're all still alive, otherwise, I would have ended things the first time we met. He then added sternly, but I'm not letting you off for free. From what I know, you took $3 billion from Mr. Jing. That's a massive amount for just 10 to 15 people. Here's what you can do, give me half, take your people, and leave. I promise you, from this day forward, no one from my company will create any trouble for you. I'll bring you into the company, clear your name permanently. I know you're all on the company's blacklist, and have been on the run for a year, so here's my offer, take a fair deal and let's put an end to this. Saintess replied coldly, and what if I just kill you right here and now? Then I won't owe you a thing. Look around, this is my territory, these are my people, and the time is mine. You really think you can defeat me? Leon chuckled and said, you think this place is yours, you think these people belong to you, you believe you can defeat me, but those are all delusions. Do you know what I have? I have the truth, and the truth is, I can wipe all of you out at once. As he said this, Leon launched a powerful attack, cracking the ground beneath their feet. Leon added, that wasn't just the ground I shattered, it was your confidence. Now none of you will dare to step forward. If you have traitors in your group, they'll eventually bring you down. Better to fight alongside the right people, and live a meaningful life. Saintess clenched her fists and muttered, so that bastard Big Dog really betrayed us. I suspected this from the beginning. Leon nodded, yes, Big Dog came to me personally. He gave me your location and clearly intended to use me to destroy you all. Listen, Lily, you're smart. The sect you work for, your own leader wants you dead. You don't even know which mission will be your last. Why risk your life for them when you could join us? If you accept your past mistakes and work with the company, I promise you a far better life. Lily exhaled and said, fine, I accept your offer, but what will you do about the Jing family? That fatty Jing paid me to have your entire family killed. His son is already dead, but his daughter and he are still alive. You could finish them off and erase the Jing family name permanently. Leon replied firmly, killing Mr. Jing would be pointless now. He's about to live a life worse than death. And as for Yuwa, she's one of us now. I won't harm her either. Saintess raised her brow and said, how impressive. The Lionheart family is already under your control, and now I find out the Jing family's daughter is too. You're the majority shareholder of the company. I had a feeling your influence was dangerous. Honestly, if Mr. Jing had even half your capabilities, he wouldn't be in this mess, and I wouldn't have ended up opposing you. She looked at him seriously and added, I'm putting my faith in you, Leon Lionheart. Don't betray it. She turned to her people and ordered, I'm leaving, until I return. Don't trust anyone, stay hidden. Saintess asked, aren't we taking them with us? Leon shook his head, there's no space in the car. Besides, they need some time to recover. Mr. Jing, his eyes filled with tears, said, Yuwa, everything I've done was to keep you safe from danger. From the outside, it might seem like being in my position comes with respect and power, but from where I stand, I see only threats. I never know whether the people I trust are truly friends or enemies. That's why, even with power, there's no happiness here. Yuwa responded firmly, be that as it may, I still want that position. I've told you from the beginning, I'm capable, and I want to prove it. Mr. Jing sighed and said, everything is yours now, do whatever you want. There's no one left to challenge you for the position. You're the next head of the Jing family. But remember, this world isn't as kind as you think. When you do something great, people will cheer you on and pat your back, saying you can conquer the world. But the moment you make one mistake, those same hands will push you down. If you can't support them, they'll destroy you. Honestly, I always knew you were more capable than Jing Wei, but I never thought a girl from the normal world could deal with this chaos. Think about it. Why would I treat you any differently? You're my daughter. I knew Jing Wei was 10 steps behind you in everything, except one. He was far more ruthless. I believed that no matter the situation, he'd protect our family. That's why I kept you out of all this. I thought I was protecting everyone. I didn't realize that trying to do good would end up destroying my own family. Yuwa looked at her father and said, Dad, please trust me. I promise I won't disappoint you. Mr. Jing sighed and replied, It doesn't matter to me anymore. Do whatever you want, however you want. I'll tell everyone that Jing Wei's death was an accident, because if the world finds out that a sister killed her own brother, it won't let you live in peace. By tomorrow morning, all the shares of the company will be transferred to your name." Then, unable to hold back his emotions, he slapped himself and muttered, "I've never felt this helpless before. If someone else had killed my son, I would have taken revenge without hesitation. But what do I do now? Should I kill my own daughter for revenge? This is all my fault. It's because of me that my children ended up turning against each other." Choking up, Yuwa responded, "I swear, Dad, under my leadership, the Jing family will rise again." Mr. Jing, voice cold and empty, said, "I already told you, I don't care anymore. Build the empire back up if you want, or destroy it all. I won't stop you, but as a father, I want to give you one last piece of advice. I still believe you won't survive in this cruel world. Not unless you stay in Lionheart's shadow. As long as you're by his side, the world won't be able to harm you. So no matter what you have to do, use any method you must, but never leave his side. Because if you're with him, what happened to Jing Wei won't happen to you." He turned to leave and said, "And one more thing. Don't call me your father ever again. My son is dead. And so is my daughter." Leon stepped forward and asked, "Yuwa, how does it feel to kill your own brother? Say what you want, but what you did was filthy. I'd offer to drop you home. But someone who has the strength to kill her own brother should at least have the strength to walk home alone." Then, with a sharp tone, he added, "Since you've chosen this path, take responsibility for it. The Jing family must never go hungry under your leadership." Yuwa nodded faintly. "I know what I did was unforgivable. Maybe I'll never be able to forgive myself. Just leave me here, Leon. I need some time alone." As Leon began to walk away, Saintess Lily turned to him and said, "Didn't you say that girl was yours? Then why did you leave her alone in her darkest hour? Be honest, your words must have stabbed her like daggers." Leon replied quietly, "I know Yuhua is a strong woman. If she could survive everything her family put her through, then my harsh words are nothing in comparison. What really hurts me is that if she had learned to speak up for herself sooner, she wouldn't have had to go this far. She can run all she wants now, but this guilt will follow her for the rest of her life. But I'm glad for her too. Maybe now she'll finally live life on her own terms." Then he turned to Saintess and asked, "By the way, you're not exactly good at staying quiet, are you?" Saintess raised a brow and said, "What's that supposed to mean? I'm way better than Yuhua. I learned to stand up for myself a long time ago. Now tell me, what was it you wanted to ask earlier?" Leon turned serious. "It's about Earth's spiritual energy. It's been decreasing rapidly. What happened in the past that caused it to almost vanish?" Lily slammed the brakes. "How would I know something that big? If anyone knows, it's the 4 major sects. Don't look at me. I know nothing about it." Leon looked skeptical. "Do you really think the 4 major sects would tell me anything? I don't even know any of them personally. And your White Lotus sect is ancient. There's no way you know nothing about this." Lily muttered, "Let me guess. Big Dog didn't tell you about this either? That bastard would stoop to any level to get me killed." Leon said seriously, "You can tell me. I won't say a word to anyone." Yuwa finally spoke. "Our sect wasn't always called White Lotus Sect. It used to be Pure Soil Sect. Back then, we were known as the Pure Soil Sect and were extremely popular. The Jini sect was once massive and incredibly powerful. Around 2,000 years ago, their leader achieved immortality. After that, he ascended to the heavens. But one day, he returned, and when he did, he destroyed all the dragon veins of Cullen. Those veins were the source of energy for all of Earth. After they were destroyed, Earth's spiritual energy began to deplete, and now, it's so low that even reaching the foundation stage has become nearly impossible. I'm certain that 1,000 years from now, Earth's spiritual energy will be so depleted that even basic survival will be impossible. The planet will be consumed by diseases, and humanity will be wiped out." Leon nodded in agreement. "You're right, spiritual energy is the life force of Earth. If it thrives, people can achieve immortality and eliminate disease. But if it continues to fade, even basic survival becomes a struggle." "But what I don't get is, why would the founder of the Jini sect do this? Why destroy the dragon veins and doom the entire planet? Wasn't he afraid of the gods? Why would he commit such a crime after ascending from Earth?" Saintess replied bitterly, "If I knew the answer to that, do you think I'd be sitting here with you? The Jini sect's master is the only one who knows the truth. If you want answers, you'll have to go there yourself. I've told you everything I know." She looked at Leon seriously. "But let me give you one last warning. The mystery of Earth is deep and deadly. The more you try to uncover it, the more danger you'll be in. It would be better if you stayed away. But if you're so eager to die, then go ahead and get involved." Just then, their car arrived at the company. Leon stepped out of the car and said, "You know, I don't believe in fear, because beyond fear, there's victory." Hong Li was there to welcome Leon. Leon grinned and said, "I brought you a Christmas gift." This is Saintess Lily from the White Lotus Sect. She's here to surrender." Hong Li was surprised. "Wow, you really pulled it off. Well done. By the way, Chairman Lu wants to meet you." Then grabbing Saintess Lily, he said, "You've got quite a criminal record. We'll be having a nice, long chat in the interrogation room." Leon interrupted, "Hong Li, I promised her there would be no trouble if she surrendered. Make sure she's treated kindly, no rough behavior." Hong Li nodded. "Got it. I'll do exactly as you say." He added, "Go ahead and meet with Chairman Lu. He's waiting." Scene shifted to Chairman office. Leon entered and greeted Chairman Lu Shen. "I heard you were expecting me. Whatever it is, let's get to the point. I was planning to head home." Chairman Lu smiled. "Don't worry. I won't take up much of your time, and I get it. You've got women like Miss Yuwa and Miss Yulin waiting at home. Of course, you're in a hurry." Leon rolled his eyes. "I'm your boss now, and you're still spying on me?" Chairman Lu laughed. "Old habits die hard. But that's not why I called you here. Next month is the birthday of Jini Sect's master Yulin, and we believe something big is going to happen there. That's why we're sending you as the company's representative." Leon frowned. "But I thought our job was to protect our own territory. The Jini Sect is far outside our jurisdiction. Why are we getting involved?" Chairman Lu pointed to a file. "Just take a look at these people." Leon flipped through and said, "These are members of the top families across the country." Chairman Lu nodded. "Exactly. The Jini Sect is the most powerful sect in the entire nation, and every major figure will be present at that event. If all those powerful people gather in one place, conflict is bound to happen. That's why we need someone capable of handling it alone, and honestly, there's no one better than you. We're not doing this for politics, we're doing it to preserve peace. If something goes wrong, it'll affect our region too." Leon asked, "If I'm there to stop a fight, that means I can use my full power, right?" Chairman Lu confirmed. "Exactly. That's why we chose you. Powerful people don't understand diplomacy. They only back down when someone stronger stands in front of them. Just remember our one condition. Don't kill anyone, everything else is fair game." Leon smirked. "So I can break their arms, legs, even every joint in their body, as long as they're still breathing?" Chairman Lu chuckled. "Right, if they're still breathing, that's good enough. Also, Miss Wu will accompany you to the Jini Sect. Please keep an eye on her too." Leon replied confidently. "Don't worry, Miss Wu is my responsibility now." He stood up and added, "We'll leave for Jini Sect in 3 days, so I'll see you again then." Chairman Lu assured him, "No need to stress. I'll make sure all the travel arrangements are taken care of." Scene shifts to Wang family. Mr. Wang was speaking to his son. "I heard Jing family's Jing Wei is dead. Strangest part is, they're calling it an accident, but the body had clear signs of being stomped on." Wang Xiao spoke dismissively. "That guy was an absolute fool. He probably ended up offending someone powerful. I knew from the beginning he'd die a stupid death." He leaned in slightly, thoughtful. "But you know what? I noticed something off about Yuhua's behavior the other day. I've got a feeling the Jing family doesn't really get along internally. It's possible that someone from inside the house was the one who killed Jing Wei." Mr. Wang nodded. "Whatever happened, it doesn't concern us. Originally, the entire Jing operation was supposed to fall into Jing Wei's hands, but now that he's dead, the only heir left is Yuhua. You know what that means, right?" Wang Xiao replied with a smirk. "Right now, Yuhua needs a shoulder to lean on. Tomorrow, I'll offer her one, and in return, I'll take control of the entire Jing corporation." Mr. Wang smiled with pride. "That's what I expect from my son. Controlling Yuhua means controlling Jing corporation. Once you've got her wrapped around your finger, the entire company will be under our command." Wang Xiao responded confidently. "There's no need to manipulate anything. Honestly, I've always liked Yuhua, and I like Jing corporation even more. Now that I have a chance at both, how could I possibly refuse?" Scene shifts to the next day. At the Jing family, Wang Xiao approached Yuhua with a sympathetic look. "I'm really sorry for what happened to Jing Wei. Please take care of yourself. You're carrying the weight of the entire family now. Would you like to have dinner with me? Maybe it'll help clear your head. I know you've got a lot on your mind, and I'm ready to listen." Yuhua politely declined. "I appreciate it, but I'm really not in the mood. I can't join you for dinner." Meanwhile, Leon observed quietly from a distance. "There's something shady about this Wang Xiao guy. I don't know why, but I get the feeling he's here with a hidden agenda." Just then, Yuhua spotted Leon and asked in surprise, "What are you doing here?" The Zhang and Lionheart families don't exactly have a friendly history. If people see you here, they'll be seriously shocked. Leon replied calmly, "Tell me, what's the point of holding a grudge against the dead? I came here for one reason, to show that no matter what happens, I always keep my promises. Whether your days are good or bad, Leon Lionheart will always stand by your side." Wang Xiao stepped in with a smug tone. "It looks like Mr. Lionheart has a bit of a hero complex, but let me make one thing clear, I'm Yuhua's fiancé. and I'm fully capable of protecting her. You don't need to act like a savior here. Everyone knows what you did with the Jing Corporation. You don't belong here." Leon raised an eyebrow. "Oh, you're her fiancé now? When did you two get engaged? And Yuwa, you didn't even mention it last night." Then with a soft grin, he said, "Honestly, Yuwa, you're way too beautiful to be stuck with an idiot like him." Wang Xiao snapped, "That's enough, Mr. Lionheart. I'll admit, the Lionheart family is rising right now, but if your mouth keeps running like that, your days of power might end real fast. Remember one thing. Don't ever show your face near Yuwa again. I'm her fiancé, and as her fiancé, I'm telling you to stay away from her." Leon responded coolly, "You must really like her." Wang Xiao sneered, "What do you think? You think I'm here for that fool Jing Wei? No, I've had feelings for Yuhua for a long time now. And yeah, you liked her too, but here's the difference. I'm the heir of the Wang family, that's why she's marrying me. You're just the illegitimate son of the Lionheart family. She never even looked your way." Leon smirked. "You know, Yuhua and I were together last night. We talked for hours. You have any idea what we were doing the whole night?" Wang Xiao glared. "What the hell are you trying to say?" Leon said confidently, "Exactly what you're thinking. The Jing cooperations you dream about? Yuhua, too. They're both already mine. But if you don't believe me, you can ask her yourself." Wang Xiao turned to Yuhua. "Yuhua, tell me he's lying." Yuhua looked at them both and calmly said, "No, he's telling the truth. From now on, the Jing family will be working under Leon Lionheart's protection." She added politely, "And please don't take what my father said to your family that day too seriously." Wang Xiao's face darkened. "Why didn't you tell me all this before? Were you just trying to humiliate me in front of everyone?" Yuhua stared him down. "Leon and I didn't do anything wrong, but if you feel insulted, that's on you." Yulin, observing the chaos, muttered, "Young master, I don't get it. Why are we even here? We never got along with the Jing family." Leon replied, "We're here because of Yuhua. I had some business to discuss with her." Just then, Yuhua approached and said, "You came for the company shares, right? I've already had the papers prepared. From now on, 20% of Jing cooperations are officially yours." Leon turned to Yulin and said, "Give me those documents, Yuhua. 10% of Lionheart family shares belong to you. I'm handing them over to you because I trust you. I know you don't trust people easily, so take these shares as a sign of good faith. With this, I'm sealing a lasting friendship between our families." Yuhua looked at Leon and asked thoughtfully, "But compared to the Jing family, the Lionheart family holds more value. Why would you give me such valuable shares?" "Honestly, I'm starting to understand what Miss Wu meant. What you did here, I could never have done that. Maybe that's why. Despite having nothing at first, you now have everything, and even though I have everything now, it all feels meaningless." Leon replied gently, "Yuhua, that's exactly why I stayed by your side. But not everything gets fixed just by staying. Once I settle everything here, I'll disappear. I never wanted my absence to cause problems for my family, or the people close to me. That's why it's important you take your responsibilities seriously." Yuhua, alarmed, asked, "Are you planning to leave?" She then added with conviction, "I promise you this. In your absence, I'll manage the Lionheart family business the same way you would." Curious, she asked, "By the way, you never told me. Who is this girl?" Leon responded, "She's my disciple, Yulin. At such a young age, she's already reached half-step grandmaster level." Yuan narrowed her eyes. "Do you think I'm stupid? How can an 18-year-old be the disciple of a 20-year-old? Look, if you have other girlfriends, that's fine. Just be honest with me." Before things escalated, Mr. Jing interrupted, "Yuhua, go inside and attend to the guests. I need to have a personal word with Leon." Leon turned to Yulin and said, "Go wait in the car, I'll be right there." Once they were alone, Mr. Jing spoke sincerely, "Leon, I've watched you grow up. To be honest, just like everyone else, I used to think you were just an illegitimate son who wouldn't amount to much. But after seeing the growth you've achieved, I truly admire you. You've shown me that family legacy isn't everything. If someone has the ability, they can accomplish anything. Sometimes I wish even one of my children was half as capable as you. Maybe then the Jing family wouldn't be in such a mess." Leon smiled slightly and said, "Mr. Jing, you're a smart man. Let's not beat around the bush. What is it you really want to say?" Mr. Jing nodded. "You're right. No need for pretense. The truth is, our Jing family has given the Lionheart family a lot of trouble. Just a few days ago, we were planning to crush your business. Even now, no matter what you do, I'm sure part of you still holds a grudge, and honestly, it was all my doing. If someone deserves punishment for that, it's me." Yuhua may try to act smart, but she's still a naive girl. If your protection is gone, I doubt she can handle the burden of this family for even a year. Leon reassured him, "Don't worry, I've already moved past everything that happened, and for what it's worth, I don't call many people my friends. but I do call Yuwa my friend. That means I take full responsibility for her. As long as your family doesn't cause trouble, you won't get any from our side either. Besides, I've already given Yuwa 10% of Lionheart Corporation's shares. I don't think there's a better way to show sincerity than that. Mr. Jing, moved, replied. As long as I live, I promise the Jing family will remain loyal to the Lionheart family. If anyone tries to harm you, they'll have to face us first. Leon smiled. I appreciate your words. If you truly stand by them, it'll be beneficial for all of us. I am genuinely sorry for what happened to Brother Jing. Later in Leon's car, Leon turned to Yulin and said, tell Aunt we'll be staying at Jini's Sect for a few days. It's the perfect place to focus on your cultivation. Meanwhile, in Wang Xiao's car, fuming with rage, Wang Xiao vented to his father, Dad, that bastard Leon and Yuhua humiliated me in front of everyone. I didn't know that bitch was working with him all along. Do you know what people are going to say about me now? He clenched his fists. Please, Dad, you have to let me take revenge. Mr. Wang calmly responded, I'm sending you Brother Jun's number. He might be able to help you. Moments later, on a call, Wang Xiao spoke urgently. Brother Jun, this is Wang Xiao. I've heard your Sima family is amazing when it comes to formation techniques. I need your help to eliminate a certain bastard using your formation. Sima Jun asked curiously, you're the young master of the Wang family, right? Now I really want to know, who's foolish enough to offend someone like you? Wang Xiao gritted his teeth. His name is Leon Lionheart. Shocked, Jun responded, wait, did you say Leon Lionheart? Look, it's not that I don't want to help you, but that guy's a big shot. He's listed among the top executives of Overtime Corporation. My grandpa always warned me not to mess with anyone from Overtime Corporation, even a regular staff member, and now you're asking me to go after one of their executives? Wang Xiao finally understood. So he's tied to Overtime. No wonder he acts so arrogantly. Jun advised strongly, listen to me. Forget about Leon Lionheart. Everyone knows how powerful Overtime Corporation is. Even the Jini Sect doesn't have the strength to go against them openly. And if they can't, what do you think the Sima family could do? Wang Xiao narrowed his eyes and made a final offer. What if I offered you 3 million? Would you take the job then? Sima Jun scoffed. 3 million? Come on, not even 30 million would be enough for me to do this job. Wang Xiao chuckled. Hey, have you seen that recent movie? I forget the name. The lead actress became insanely popular after that. Sima Jun laughed. Oh yeah, I remember. She's such a cutie. Wang Xiao leaned in. Well, she's coming to our country next month, and if you take care of Leon Lionheart for me, I can arrange a private date with her. That caught Sima Jun's attention. Eyes lighting up, he exclaimed, why didn't you tell me that earlier? I'm packing my bags right now. I'm heading to Jini's Sect immediately. After the call ended, Jun mumbled excitedly to himself. I actually saved a photo of her. Never thought I'd get a chance to go on a date with her. Then he yelled out to his parents, Mom, Dad, I'm heading to Jini's Sect to wish Elder Yulin a happy birthday. His mother called back, take care of yourself there, and don't do anything foolish. 2 days later, at the airport, Yulin asked curiously, young master, isn't the birthday next month? Why are we leaving so early? Leon replied calmly, because we're not actually going there just for the party. The people we need to deal with are already there. If we delay any longer, those idiots might end up fighting each other and causing trouble. He then looked around and added, Yulin, someone's following us. Go to the gate with the luggage. I'll deal with this. Yulin hesitated. But there are so many people around. If we fight in the airport, we'll get kicked out. Leon smiled. Don't worry, we're not going to fight. Whoever's following us isn't here to cause trouble. We then see Miss Wu trailing behind, muttering to herself, I told Chairman Lucian that I wanted to go with Leon, and this guy just came to the airport alone without telling me. She huffed. If I hadn't asked Leon's father, I wouldn't have even known he was flying today. Suddenly, Leon appeared behind her and asked, if you had found Leon, what would you have done? Miss Wu looked flustered. That's the problem. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But I would have complained to his father and gotten him grounded. Leon smirked. Wow, your plans are kind of dangerous. Miss Wu turned around, startled. Wait, how did you get behind me? Since when were you following me? Leon raised an eyebrow. You were tailing me so quietly. I noticed. Look, Jiafang, the reason I didn't bring you is because we're not going there to celebrate a birthday. That party is just a cover. The truth is, we're going there to prevent a major conflict, and honestly, I don't even know who all will be there. It could get dangerous. Trying to protect you in a situation like that would be incredibly difficult. Jiafang crossed her arms. Who said I was following you? Everyone knows Elder Yulin's birthday is coming up. Representatives from all the major families are going. I'm going on behalf of the Wu family. She walked past him and added, so you go your way, and I'll go mine. I don't need your protection. Just then, Leon flicked her on the forehead and said, cut the act already. You're coming with us. I knew you'd show up, even if I told you not to. You know, I didn't even buy a flight ticket. I figured you'd have a private jet. Jiafan looked stunned. Wait a minute, how did you know I have a private jet? I never told you that. Leon pointed around. This airport is yours, remember? So guessing you'd have a private jet wasn't exactly hard. Meanwhile, frustrated Jia, who watched them from afar, nearly in tears. God, what else am I supposed to witness? I can see Jiafan slipping away from me, and I can't do a damn thing about that jerk Leon. One of Jiahu's men leaned over and asked, Boss, Miss Wu already left. Should we book a private jet and follow them? Jiahu sighed. I can't afford a private jet. Do you even know how expensive private jets are right now? I had to break all my savings just to book an economy ticket. You want us to go bankrupt for a jet? Later, Miss Wu turned to Leon and smiled mischievously. By the way, Leon, my dad's coming to Jini Sect too. He wants to meet you. Leon raised an eyebrow. Okay, what's the big deal? It's not like I'm his future son-in-law or anything. Why would I be nervous? Miss Wu laughed softly. Well, that's the thing. I did tell him you're going to be his future son-in-law. And the best part? Uncle Lionheart already spoke to him. She added excitedly. Even though he's super busy, he said he'll definitely attend Elder Yulin's birthday. He's using the occasion to set up a meeting between you two. She looked at Leon sweetly and said, So, I want you to do something for me. Leon asked Miss Wu what exactly she wanted him to do. Miss Wu replied that all she wanted was for him to behave a certain way in front of her father. He didn't need to do much, just act like he was the future son-in-law of the Wu family. Leon was stunned. He asked her what she was talking about, reminding her they were just friends. Then, suddenly, it dawned on him. He paused and said, Wait a second, our dads already talked, didn't they? He realized that both families seemed to believe they were in a relationship. On top of that, she had even booked a flight for him to Jini Sect. He muttered in disbelief. Looks like I've completely fallen into your trap. Scene shifts to Jini Sect. The Sect master was seen playing a mobile game, clearly irritated. Muttering to himself, he said he didn't understand how new players kept ending up on his team. Who in their right mind picks a sniper for close-range combat? Except me, everyone chose snipers. As expected, his team lost. He slammed his phone in frustration and yelled, They've completely ruined my game. If you don't even know how to play, why are you holding a phone in the first place? Thanks to these noobs, even my record's been trashed. Just then, a disciple walked in and informed him that the guest list for his birthday celebration had arrived. The master replied casually, All right, I'll check it later. It's probably the same familiar faces like every year. But as he looked over the list, he suddenly perked up. Wait, Leon Lionheart is coming? Finally, a new face at my birthday. He had heard that Leon was one of the most talented young cultivators in the entire nation, and the youngest grandmaster as well. Smiling to himself, he said this birthday was definitely going to be exciting. Then, turning to his disciple, he demanded his phone. The disciple teased him, Master, you're always telling us to focus on cultivation, and avoid games because they're distracting. But you sit here all day playing games, and when you lose, you break your phone. Snatching the phone, the master grumbled, You kids are still young. You've got your whole lives ahead of you. I'm already 100 years old, and I might not live more than another 10 or 15 years. If I don't play games now, then when will I? Kids shouldn't waste time on games. That's your time to make something of your lives. As for me, I've already done everything I needed to. Now I just want to enjoy what I like. He then reflected solemnly, Our heavenly master Jing destroyed Dragon Vein 2,000 years ago, and because of that, he lost all his good karma. Now everyone sees him as a villain who destroyed the balance of the world. No one realizes he took on the burden of the entire world by himself. The pain he endured, no one else could have survived that, but I don't know why. I feel like the time has come for him to finally be free of that pain, and somehow, it seems connected to this young man, Leon Lionheart. Meanwhile, Miss Wu informed Leon that the Sima family, the Jug family, and even the Ma family had already arrived. Leon was surprised. He said they themselves had arrived a month early, and yet those families were already ahead of them. He admitted something big was definitely about to happen, but brushing the thought aside, he suggested they head to the mountain gate. As they approached the gate, Leon was shocked to see a massive crowd already gathered. He looked around and said, Are we even in the right place? This doesn't look like an ancient sect. It looks more like a tourist attraction. Miss Wu explained that the mountain gate is a popular tourist spot. Since Elder Yulin's birthday was widely known, many people had come hoping to build connections by wishing him personally. She added that none of these people realized the real Jini sect wasn't even here. No matter how long they kneel here, they'll never meet Elder Yulin. The real sect is behind this mountain. Just then, Leon noticed a man showing off his sword techniques. A guy with glasses asked the swordsman how old he was. Amazed at his skills, the old man responded, I'm around 80. Please don't record me. I'm terrified of becoming popular. Last time someone posted my video, it went viral, and because of that, the elder Yulin got really mad at me. He added that they were welcome to take photos but requested they not upload them online. Leon introduced himself politely. My name is Lionheart. I'm here as a representative from the overtime company. The old man responded, so you're the company representative. To be honest, I've been waiting for you. Once you enter the main hall, take the right path. You'll see a small bridge. Cross it, and you'll reach Jini Sect. Soon after, Leon and his companions arrived near the bridge. Miss Wu stood in awe and asked in disbelief, is this really the bridge? But how are we supposed to cross it? Leon finally understood the setup and said he realized why the Jini Sect's entrance was designed this way. The outer area was built like a tourist attraction, while the real entrance was hidden and deliberately made difficult to access. He noted that no ordinary person would dare to cross this barrier, and that anyone who could, certainly wasn't ordinary. Uncle Chen nodded in agreement and explained that Leon was absolutely right. When new disciples joined Jini Sect, they were made to cultivate at the outer area first, until the sect leaders deemed them qualified. They weren't allowed to cross the bridge. You could say those training outside are outer disciples, and once they cross the bridge, they become inner disciples. Uncle Chen added that it was almost impossible for outsiders to cross the bridge, and told Miss Wu to head to the main hall and get some rest. He promised to meet her again soon after he met his master. Leon then said that since Miss Wu had come this far, she had to see the real Jini Sect. He even offered to take her there. Miss Wu chimed in, saying she had visited Jini Sect many times but had never seen the real sect. She'd only made it as far as the main hall. Thanks to you, I'll finally get to see what the true Jini Sect looks like. Just then, Sima Jun appeared and scolded them for being there. He demanded to know who had allowed ordinary people to enter. He warned them to turn back immediately, or risk losing their lives if they proceeded. Sima Jun recognized Leon Lionheart and thought to himself that this was his chance to kill Leon, and return without raising suspicion. Miss Wu responded calmly, saying they should focus on their own goals, and not interfere in others' business. Whether they could cross the bridge or not was their concern, not anyone else's. Leon then turned to Yulin and asked her to go first. He joked to Miss Wu that Sima Jun wasn't entirely wrong. Just by looking at her, it was clear she had gained some weight. What if I accidentally drop you? Miss Wu rolled her eyes and told him to stop joking. She reminded him that he had the strength to lift an entire mountain with his powers, so she was nothing in comparison. Meanwhile, Sima Jun thought to himself that if Leon fell from the bridge, no one would suspect he had anything to do with it. He figured this was the perfect time to set up a formation trap. Yulin, however, crossed the bridge in a single leap with ease. Clapping in amazement, Zhuge Qinfan remarked that it was incredible to see someone so young cross the bridge so effortlessly. He speculated that whoever had trained her must be a powerful master, as it was rare for someone so young to reach the half-step grandmaster level. Sima Jun scoffed and asked Zhuge Qinfan why he was praising her so much. He joked that Zhuge Qinfan might be smitten by her, but reminded him that he was far too old for someone like her. Zhuge Qinfan clarified that he wasn't interested in the girl, but rather in her master. He was deeply impressed by whoever had trained her, and hoped to get some advice from such a powerful person someday. Leon smiled and said if Zhuge Qinfan wanted to learn something, he could teach him a few things himself. He also thanked him for the compliment toward his disciple, saying she truly deserved the praise. Sima Jun then turned to Leon and asked about his age. He said Leon looked even younger than him, and questioned how someone that young could have trained a half-step grandmaster. If that's true, then how powerful must you be yourself? He added mockingly that bringing Miss Wu along was a huge mistake. If they slipped and fell, both their lives would be at risk. Leon thought to himself that the bridge looked longer than before. He suspected someone had laid a formation to create fake steps and intended for him to fall. He paused and considered that to create such a formation, one would need extremely rare and high-quality materials. He wondered whether such materials even existed anymore. That's when his eyes fell on Sima Jun's bead. Leon realized the formation was being powered by that bead. He made up his mind that he would take it when crossing the bridge. It would be highly useful for Yulin's cultivation. Meanwhile, Zhuge Qinfan frowned and questioned why Leon was just standing still in the middle of the bridge. He found it strange that Leon neither moved forward nor backward. Sima Jun smirked and said it looked like the kid was paralyzed by fear, and had lost the will to proceed. But just then, Leon crossed the entire bridge successfully. Leon turned and sarcastically thanked Sima for the amazing gift. I never expected you to give me something this valuable on our first meeting. Furious, Sima Jun shouted that he was from the Sima family and threatened Leon, demanding he return the bead or face serious consequences. Leon, however, ignored him completely and continued walking away with the bead in hand. Zhuge Qinfan confronted Sima Jun and accused him of using a formation on Leon. He said he didn't care about the reason behind their conflict, but reminded both of them that personal fights were strictly prohibited inside Jini Sect. If they broke the rules and attacked each other, they would both face punishment. He also reminded them how merciless Jini Sect could be when it came to discipline. Sima Jun angrily told him to mind his own business. He said whatever the Sima family did was none of the Jug family's concern. As for Lionheart, he declared he wouldn't let him off so easily. At first, I just wanted to kill him, but now, I'll make sure he suffers a miserable death. As Leon entered the sect, he was lost in thought. He told himself that this was his first time meeting Sima Jun, and yet, it felt like Sima had a deep grudge against him. He found it strange that someone could hate another person so intensely at their very first meeting. Something's definitely off here. He quickly called Hong Li and instructed him to gather intel on Sima Jun. I want to know who he's been in contact with recently. Meanwhile, Miss Wu turned to Leon and confessed she had a bad feeling about everything. Ever since they entered the sect, she had felt uneasy. She described it as the eerie calm before a storm. Leon reassured her not to worry. He promised that as long as he was around, nothing would happen to her. He said he wouldn't let anyone cause trouble and added, besides, if things were going to be peaceful, then why would the company have sent me here in the first place? Just then, Hong Li sent all the gathered information to Leon's phone. After going through the data, Leon realized that Sima Jun had been in contact with Wang Xiao a few days ago, and since then, the two had remained in regular communication. So that's why he's after me. The scene shifted to Jiahu, who had come to visit Lin Chen. Jiahu greeted him and said it had been a long time since they'd met. He reminded Lin Chen that when he left, Lin Chen was only a half-step grandmaster, and now he was on the verge of becoming an innate realm cultivator. Lin Chen welcomed him warmly and admitted that, in his opinion, Jiahu had been the most talented among their generation. Sure, you started late, but you caught up remarkably fast. If you hadn't left the mountain in anger, I'm certain you'd be stronger than me by now. He added that the level he had reached at his current age, Jiahu could have reached much earlier, perhaps even before turning 30. Lin Chen encouraged Jiahu to visit their master and grandmaster to ask for forgiveness. They haven't forgotten you, they miss you a lot. Jiahu smiled bitterly and admitted that, although he tried to forget everything, he simply couldn't. The memories of what had happened were like a stone lodged in his heart. He said he didn't want to dwell on the past and then asked, has a man named Leon Lionheart joined our sect? He clarified that he didn't have a personal grudge against Leon, but their personalities clashed. It's not like we're enemies, but I want to teach him a lesson. Can you help me with that? Lin Chen said he could help, but there was a problem. According to the master's rules, fighting inside the sect was forbidden. If I get into a fight here, I'll be punished. Jiahu grinned and pulled out a gift. Look what I brought for you, a brand new gaming console. He clarified that he didn't expect Lin Chen to beat up Leon severely, just enough to teach him a lesson. We can't engage in a death match inside the sect, but a friendly fight should be fine, right? He promised that if Lin Chen helped him, he'd bring him a PlayStation 5 next time. Lin Chen chuckled and told him not to worry, his request would be taken care of. He mentioned that he had heard of Leon Lionheart, and knew he was the youngest grandmaster in their country. I'd love to find out how capable this so-called prodigy really is. A friendly duel should be no problem for Master. Jiahu added that he would be sending a piece of lightning wood as a birthday gift to their master in a few days. If anyone from the Justice Society comes to deliver it, make sure not to forget to receive it. The scene transitioned to a guest room inside the Jini sect. A senior disciple greeted Leon and said that until their master's birthday had passed, the room would be theirs to use. You'll have access to everything, from Wi-Fi to amenities, and if you need anything else, just let me know. I'll get it arranged for you. He had one small request, that they visit the sect's training grounds. All of our top young martial artists train there. You'll enjoy watching their battles. Miss Wu's eyes lit up with excitement. She told Leon that she definitely wanted to go. Aside from Uncle Chen, I've never seen any other martial artists in action, and Uncle Chen is from the Jini sect too. I want to see who else here is just as amazing. Leon nodded and told Yulin to come along as well. Watching others fight will be a great experience for you. The group now arrived at the training grounds to watch the ongoing fights. Miss Wu, watching the sparring sessions, remarked with disappointment that she'd expected the fights to be thrilling, but compared to Uncle Chen, these martial artists looked incredibly weak. She turned to Yulin and admitted she was starting to relate to why they had come here in the first place. What do you think about these people? Yulin replied that these fighters had yet to master their skills. To be honest, at this rate, it'll take them their whole lives just to reach Grandmaster level, and most of them are already quite old. She explained that because they hadn't practiced correctly from the beginning, they had wasted their potential. Now, no matter how hard they try, they're unlikely to achieve anything significant in the martial arts world. One of the martial artists standing nearby overheard the conversation. Frustrated, he shouted at Yulin, saying he had been listening to her badmouth them for a while. You can only criticize someone when you're qualified to do so, and without proper qualifications, you have no right to speak about others. I've been training my body for over 20 years, and never in that time has anyone insulted me the way you just did in 2 minutes. Another fighter joined in, agreeing with his comrade. Yeah, brother, this girl's been talking nonsense about us. She claims we won't amount to anything in the cultivation world. We've been training for over 2 decades. We've given half our lives to martial arts, and now this 18 or 19-year-old girl thinks she can criticize us? He challenged her to bring her master forward so they could see just how qualified he really was. Yulin turned to Leon and apologized, saying she didn't mean to drag him into this, but Leon calmly responded that Yulin hadn't said anything wrong. He addressed the martial artists and stated bluntly, "Your talent is subpar. I'm not saying you haven't worked hard, but the truth is, your bodies have already reached their limit." He gestured toward Yulin. "She is my disciple, and now that you've challenged me to a fight, I could respond. But if I fight you, people will say I bullied the weak. That's why I won't bother." The crowd murmured in disbelief. One man scoffed, "What's this guy saying? That girl looks like she's 18, and this guy can't be more than 20. Now he's claiming she's his disciple and that we aren't qualified to fight him?" He shook his head and added sarcastically, "If this kid accidentally runs into Master Lang, he's gonna get destroyed." Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the senior masters of the Jini sect. One of the masters turned to the grandmaster and said, "Did you hear? Lionheart is about to get into a fight. Who do you think will win?" The grandmaster replied that he'd heard Lionheart was the youngest grandmaster in the country. "To be honest, I'm curious myself to see just how capable he really is." Master chimed in, expressing disbelief. "A 20-year-old grandmaster? That sounds absurd. People only used to reach such strength in the age when spiritual energy still existed on Earth. Ever since that era ended, it takes 50 years or more to reach grandmaster level." He added that he'd heard Jia who didn't like Lionheart either. But if Leon really lets him go, even after becoming a grandmaster, then perhaps he isn't as heartless as people say. One of them suggested they go watch the fight. It was a rare opportunity to witness Leon in action. But the grandmaster advised waiting a little longer. "If we rush over immediately, what will people think? That we were desperate to watch their fight." Back on the training grounds, Leon addressed the martial artists and announced, "Since you want to fight, I'm sending Yulin forward, but don't complain later if she ends up beating you too badly. In fact, I suggest you both fight her together." A martial artist responded confidently, "If that's the case, I'd like to see just how skilled your disciple really is." Yulin, however, looked nervous and turned to Leon. "Young master, I'm scared. What if I lose? It might damage your reputation." Leon reassured her, "We don't lose unless we accept defeat in our hearts. As long as you're afraid, you'll lose for sure. So go without fear, and fight with everything you've got. I believe in you. You'll do great." Taking a deep breath, Yulin stepped forward with determination. She looked back at Leon and said, "Young master, I promise I won't let your name be tarnished, no matter what it takes." One of the martial artists looked at her and scoffed. "She looks so weak. I don't even feel like attacking her. What if I accidentally break one of her bones?" Another added, "Yeah, take it easy. She's just a kid." The first fighter, who looked to be in his 40s, laughed and said, "She's the same age as my son. If I manage to beat her, I'll introduce her to him." Yulin calmly stepped forward and apologized for her earlier comments. "I shouldn't have criticized you all like that. Even if I wasn't wrong, this is my first real fight, so I'll do my best not to hurt anyone." The older man encouraged her not to hold back. "Go ahead, use your full strength." As soon as the fight began, Yulin dodged her opponent's attack effortlessly, and countered with a powerful strike. She remarked, "Uncle, I told you, your movement technique is weak. As long as you keep using it like this, you won't be able to lay a finger on me." The man stumbled back and shouted to his partner, "I can't beat her alone. You'll have to help me." Without hesitation, the second martial artist charged forward to join the fight. The second fighter stepped forward and said he acknowledged that Yulin might be a half-step grandmaster, but pointed out that she lacked real-world experience. According to him, that was exactly why she was bound to lose today. Yulin, calmly dodging his attack, responded that he had the same flaw as the first opponent. "Both of you are using extremely poor movement techniques. Predicting your attacks is far too easy for me. No matter how fast you move, I'll still be able to dodge you." She added that although she would have enjoyed dragging the fight out a bit longer, she preferred to end it in a single strike, just to please her young master. The fighters scoffed, thinking she was underestimating them, but before they could react, Yulin closed the distance, and with a single decisive move, took both of them down. One of the defeated men turned to his partner and said, "Weren't you saying you'd introduce her to your son?" The first man sighed in disbelief and replied, "She'd defeat my son in less than a minute." Approaching the two, Yulin politely asked if they were hurt. The first man shook his head and smiled, saying they were actually happy. It's reassuring to see that the younger generation in our country is so talented. It shows just how far our martial arts culture has grown. Meanwhile, spectators watching the match were thoroughly impressed. One remarked that he had never seen such a young half-step grandmaster before, and confidently claimed that she would definitely rank among the country's top martial artists someday. Another spectator chimed in, reminding everyone of the man who had claimed to have trained this girl. If she's this strong, imagine how powerful her trainer must be. He's probably already reached grandmaster level. Just then, someone from the crowd stepped forward and revealed, the person you're talking about is none other than Lionheart, the youngest grandmaster of our nation. He's so capable that he can easily defeat people a whole realm above him. As the murmurs spread, Lin Chen arrived on the scene as well. With a smile, he announced that Lionheart's presence had truly elevated the prestige of the training grounds. Since everyone here is enjoying themselves so much, I'd like to join in as well. The onlookers gasped in awe. Isn't that one of the senior masters of the Jini sect? Is he going to participate today? I heard that after Master Yulin, he's the top candidate to succeed him. He reached the Grandmaster realm 30 years ago, and no one really knows how powerful he is now. Many acknowledged that Leon was extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to spar with someone of such high caliber. Leon, noticing the crowd's attention, asked, "Why is everyone staring at me?" He clarified that he'd only come to celebrate Master Yulin's birthday, not to fight with everyone present. At that moment, Sima Jun stepped forward and addressed him directly. Lionheart, don't let being the title youngest grandmaster go to your head. Lin Chen personally invited you. You can't turn down a challenge from such a respected martial artist. Lin Chen, maintaining a friendly demeanor, added, "It's just a friendly spar. I'm not here only to fight you, but everyone else too. I want to see just how exceptional the young talent of our country truly is." He reassured Leon, "You don't have to be nervous. Even if you lose, no one will question your power." Leon replied honestly that he had no real interest in fighting Lin Chen. Watching the scene unfold, Master Yulin whispered to another senior, "Don't you think everyone is trying to corner Leon on purpose? Maybe that's why he's hesitant to accept the challenge. He senses something's off." The Grandmaster responded, "Didn't you say you wanted to see Leon's abilities for yourself? Honestly, this is the best opportunity we'll ever get, and it's a friendly match. Nothing serious will happen while we're here." Rising from his seat, the Grandmaster addressed everyone with a smile. "It's my junior brother's birthday, and I'm truly pleased to see so many people gathered here. If we get to watch the younger generation in action during this celebration, it'll be even more exciting." He added that since he was organizing this friendly competition, he would personally offer a reward. "Whoever wins will be allowed to ask me one question, any question, and I promise to answer it truthfully and helpfully." Just then, Sima Jun confidently stepped into the inner arena and declared, "I'll be the first to fight. Lionheart, if you have even a little courage, step up and face me." He turned to Lin Chen and apologized, explaining that he simply couldn't pass up the opportunity to fight the youngest grandmaster. "Please allow me the honor." As he prepared for battle, Sima Jun reflected on his motivations. His parents always saw him as worthless and believed he could never bring pride to their name, but today, he was about to fight the two most powerful masters in the Jini sect. "When I tell my parents about this, they'll finally be proud." However, he also had a hidden agenda. Through this match, he planned to weaken Leon. "If I ever get the chance to eliminate him, I want to make sure he's already worn down and won't be able to resist." Leon stepped into the arena with calm confidence and said, "If you're so eager to get beaten, I'll be happy to fulfill that wish." At the same time, he thought to himself, "Master Zhuan Fan is the heavenly master of the Jini sect. I'm sure he knows why their founder destroyed the dragon veins. If I win, I'll ask him that question under the guise of the reward. If I can somehow restore the dragon veins, it might give me the breakthrough I need, and that could finally open the path to the immortal world." Master Lin Chen was silently observing the match, thinking to himself that the Sima family were known experts in formation techniques. He knew that Sima Jun, being a half-step gang master, could pose a real challenge to Leon if he used his formation technique properly. He silently urged, "Leon, I'm counting on you, please don't lose. I even took a gaming console from junior brother Jiahu. If I win, I'll finally get that PS5. I'd do anything for it." As the battle began, Sima Jun pulled out a formation disc and summoned his entire army onto the battlefield. Leon looked around and smirked. "Your killing formation is impressive. Honestly, from your face, I wouldn't have guessed you were capable of something this refined." Sima Jun, commanding his summoned troops, shouted, "Keep acting arrogant. Once you face my army, you'll realize just how powerful they are." But before he could even finish boasting, Leon had already appeared behind him with just a single movement. He spoke coldly. You really think you can hit me at that speed? You need a lot more training. Stunned, Sima Jun turned around and stammered. When did you? Before he could finish, Leon knocked him out with a single strike. Looking around at the stunned crowd, Leon said, just moments ago, everyone was so eager to fight me. So what now? Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? If anyone else wants to step forward, hurry up. I don't have the whole day to waste. Master Yulin, visibly annoyed, muttered, damn, Sima Jun was too weak. If the fight had gone on a bit longer, I could have gauged Leon's real power, but he got knocked out with just one slap. Master Zhuan Fan spoke up. Leon Lionheart isn't a grandmaster yet. Master Yulin, shocked, asked, he's not? Then what realm is this boy in? Zhuan Fan replied, at the very least, he's at the innate realm. That kind of movement speed, it's impossible for a grandmaster to achieve that. Yulin, still stunned, asked, is this some kind of joke? He's so young. How can someone not even 20 years old reach the innate realm? He recalled a genius from 200 years ago who had become the fastest to reach the innate realm. It had taken him nearly 40 years. And yet this kid, he's already more powerful than that. Master Zhuan Fan explained, Sima Jun is a half-step grandmaster. You think he'd be knocked out by a simple slap? No, Leon used specialized inner force in his strike. And you know very well, those below the innate realm can't even use ki properly. Leon not only reached the innate realm, but he has fully mastered it. He's manipulating ki with such precision that none of you noticed, only I did. I have to admit, the overtime company really found a diamond in the rough. If I had known about Leon earlier, I would have brought him into the Jini sect myself. Master Yulin nodded grimly. If he's truly this talented, then we've suffered a major loss. And now, he's about to fight Lin Chen, who still hasn't reached the innate realm. That means Lin Chen is definitely going to lose. Xuan Fan added, honestly, it'll be good if Lin Chen loses. He spends too much time wandering around with Jia Hu and has grown careless. Maybe this defeat will teach him that there are far stronger people out there. Just then, Lin Chen stepped into the arena and said, my martial techniques are sword-based, so I won't fight hand-to-hand. If you need a weapon, let me know. I'll get one for you. Leon replied, no need. I brought my own. Turning to Yulin, he said, throw me my sword. Lin Chen examined the sword as it landed in Leon's hand. That's no ordinary weapon. It's made of lightning wood, a magical artifact. But here's the thing. This sword can only be used by someone who understands its spiritual mechanics. Even grandmasters can't unlock its real power. In anyone else's hand, it's just a wooden stick. Are you still planning to use it? Leon replied with a smirk. We'll soon see just how capable this sword's master really is. Lin Chen immediately lunged forward to strike, but Leon easily dodged his attack. When Lin Chen attacked again, Leon kicked him to the side with minimal effort. Leon said, that's exactly why you haven't fully entered the innate realm yet. You still don't know how to properly use your ki. Still, I'll admit, your cultivation is well developed, but unfortunately, your power isn't enough to defeat me. Lin Chen growled, if someone as young as 20 becomes a Grand Master, of course he's faster than all of us. I guess using low-level attacks won't work on you. That's why I'll use my strongest move. No one can stop this one. But even as Lin Chen launched his ultimate technique, Leon countered with his own attack and defeated him. As Lin Chen was thrown back, Leon said, if I hadn't been your opponent, your technique would have definitely unstoppable. Watching from the sidelines, Master Yulin was shocked. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This boy, his power is extraordinary. Master Zhuan Fan nodded. Even for me, it's hard to believe, but there's no denying it. He's a genius, and now I'm certain, Leon hasn't just entered the innate realm, he's mastered it. He's likely already at the key conditioning realm. He turned to the Yulin and said, come, let's go meet Leon in person. The scene shifted to the mountain bridge behind the Jini sect. There, Big Dog had arrived with a few of his men. He instructed them, saying that they needed lightning wood to execute their future plans. He told his group to change their identities and infiltrate the Jini sect. This was their last chance to get the lightning wood. As he made a call, Big Dog added that the lightning wood would arrive at the Jini sect within 2 days. He ordered someone to inform Jiang Kai that he'd receive half of the lightning wood as payment for his assistance. Meanwhile, back inside the sect, Sima Jun regained consciousness. Confused and angry, he muttered to himself, wondering how he could have possibly lost, especially in front of such a large crowd. That Leon had defeated him with a single slap, and he couldn't make sense of it. He growled, saying it was clear Leon had done this on purpose to humiliate him in front of everyone. Sima Jun clenched his fists and decided that things had gone beyond just a tournament match. It was now a matter of pride. He said he'd have to call for his backup. Elsewhere, spectators were still stunned by Leon's victory over Lin Chen. Yulin, smiling brightly, told Leon that no matter how powerful the opponent was, he always managed to come out on top. She added that not even the senior brothers of Jini's sect could compare to him, and sometimes it felt like he was invincible. Just then, Lin Chen walked up, and to everyone's surprise, said that this was the first time he had ever felt happy about losing. He admitted that he wasn't on Leon's level but felt hopeful seeing someone like him, someone who represented a promising future. Lin Chen added, "If you ever find yourself at a crossroads in life, and need someone to rely on, don't forget your friend here from Jini's sect." Leon smiled and responded that Lin Chen was an exceptional martial artist, and if everyone in the martial world were like him, it would be a far better place. He sincerely thanked him for the compliment, and admitted that he could tell Lin Chen had never wanted to fight him in the first place. He then asked curiously, "Can I know who made you fight me?" Lin Chen admitted that he had been influenced by his junior brother, but assured Leon he'd go back and teach that brother a proper lesson. Leon, who had been watching, laughed and said the entire situation was actually kind of funny. He remarked that the guy in question was talented, but he needed to be taught a lesson, otherwise, he might get himself into serious trouble someday. Meanwhile, Jia, who was quietly worrying, he thought to himself that even the sect's senior brother, the second most powerful after the master, couldn't defeat Leon. If even he failed, how will I ever win Jia Fang back? He also grew increasingly paranoid, wondering what Leon might have said to senior brother that caused him to ignore Jia Hu completely. Why do I feel like I'm about to get beaten up? He panicked and quickly ran off, shouting, "Senior brother, I'm sorry, please forgive me." Back near the group, Lin Chen turned to Jia Hu and commented that instead of checking Leon's skills, he should have been checking his, since Jia Hu was known to be causing all sorts of trouble outside the sect. Yulin, picking up a gaming console, looked confused and asked, "Young master, Lin Chen is a martial artist, right? So why did he have a gaming console?" Leon chuckled and replied, "You're absolutely right. What would someone like him do with a gaming console?" Jia Fang was bored sitting on the mountain, so I figured I'd give it to her. Just then, some nearby disciples, looking at Leon, started whispering excitedly. One of them said that their nation's destiny was about to change. He was confident that anyone who stayed close to Leon would rise far. Another added, "You're right, even Sima Jun, who's in the top 10 of the dragon list, fainted after just one blow. That just shows how powerful Leon really is. At this rate, he'll definitely become a heavenly master in the future." As night fell, Miss Wu approached and informed Leon, "Next week, my father will be visiting the Jini sect. He's coming especially to meet you, so be prepared." Leon looked startled. "But, we're not even officially engaged yet." Miss Wu replied with a smirk, "Well, my dad doesn't know that. I already told both your father and mine that we're getting married. No one can stop it now." Leon sighed, "You're really stubborn. There's nothing I can say or do in front of you." Miss Wu laughed and teased, "By the way, do you know Yulin really likes you?" Leon replied awkwardly, "But she's my disciple. I can't even imagine thinking about her that way." Miss Wu brushed it off. "I don't care who likes you or who you hang around with. You're a genius. Hundreds of girls will like you. I know you won't be able to stick to just one. But just remember one thing. No matter how many girls you have, I will always be the most important." Leon paused, then asked quietly, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Tears welled up in Miss Wu's eyes. "At first, I thought it was just attraction, but now, I truly love you. I could never imagine leaving you." Leon looked at her gently and said, "I didn't think someone like you would cry over something so small." Then he gave her his word. "I don't know what the future holds, but I promise you this, you'll always be my best friend. No one can take your place." Miss Wu beamed through her tears. "So that means our marriage is confirmed?" Leon sighed again. "It's not like you gave me a choice, did you?" Suddenly, a dagger flew toward them. Leon quickly blocked the incoming attack and asked, "Who did this?" Yulin, alarmed, asked, "Who would dare target Miss Wu inside the Jini sect?" Leon narrowed his eyes. "I was the actual target. I think I know who did it." He turned to Yulin and added, "Take care of Jia Fang while I go after the attacker." With that, Leon vanished into the darkness, chasing after the figure who had thrown the dagger. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.